Okay. Hello. Oh my god, thank you for the raid. And thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I was not able to talk. I was waiting for the stream to start. But yeah, and thank you for lurking. Um, Mama Lena? That's a lovely name. Yeah, did not expect so much activity before starting the stream. So good morning. Today's stream is like a very focused one. My goal is to be able to do the task that is the title of this stream without until the end of today's stream, which hopefully will be somewhere around like 2 hours and a half. I don't know, maybe 3. We shall see. Let's see how much I can make it. So yeah, let's start by sharing our screen and changing the title of this one. Whoops. So yeah, this is Anthropic's Anthropic's AI Fluency course, and yeah, today's goal is to go through everything that is in this course. I don't know if there's a website, like I don't know if there's a button that I should say log in, sign in, stuff like that. I have not done any of that. I'm only in the first site, like the main page. And yeah, let's start. That's it. Like very simple. That's today's goal. We do this. So yeah, I do believe that it's going to be a simpler course on the technical side. I think it's going to be mostly about, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I have not looked into it that much. So I suppose we just start. The Anthropic AI Fluency course has a tagline of learn to collaborate with AI systems effectively, efficiently, ethically, and safely. I do expect it to talk about ethics. So yeah, that's good that it's starting from there. And it's supposed to take 3 to 4 hours, which is why I'm gonna like try and finish it hopefully within 3 hours. We shall see. Maybe faster, because we should have some experience about this course. AI Fluency Frameworks and Foundation. There are 12 lessons. Each lesson should take us 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, by the end of this lesson, we will be able to understand the purpose and structure of the course, to see if it meets our learning needs, recognize the importance of AI fluency in today's world, identify key components of learning journey ahead, set clear expectations of what you'll gain from this course. Oh, hi Coffee, what's up? How did my homework, my doing homework went yesterday? Honestly, not great, but also pretty good. Like I found that within Llama Index there is like a thing, a helper to work with Open Router. So that's what I was doing. Yeah, I was just like getting it to work. I did start using the models to answer questions, and I did get the part about like models not. I was testing it on the upside down question, the one that's like written in a way where it's end to beginning, not beginning to end, and I did see how many were just could not even understand it, or like they knew it's upside down, but like they would give you the wrong answer. So yes, I'm hoping to finish it. Probably not today, but we shall see. And yes. Ooh, meet our instructors. I want to meet my instructors. And yeah, how we used AI building in this course. Nah, we're cool for now. We can give feedback here. Ooh, certificate of completion. Honestly, I did not know they had that. After finishing the course, you will have the opportunity to take a final assessment and receive a certification of completion. We shall start with this video, but first let's look at our instructors. Cool. Zoom, please zoom. Okay. These are the list of peoples who will be teaching us. Cool. Leads education research at Anthropic, is the AI coordinator and professor. I don't know why I'm jealous of people who teach. Like, anyway, I think they have a level of patience I don't. Oh, this is the guy we'll see in a second. Also professor. Cork University? Where is that? Ireland. That's Florida. Founded and led Anthropic's education team. Does that mean like people who they teach people outside of Anthropic that way? That is pretty cool. She worked in AI strategy consulting. Pretty awesome. So let's start with the video. I am hoping you will be able to hear it. If it's too loud, I'm gonna fix it. Please let me know.
I'm Joe Feller. I'm a professor at the Cork University Business School.
My name is Drew Bent, and I'm a teacher, programmer, and a member of technical staff at Anthropic.
My name is Rick Dakin from the Ringling College of Art and Design.
I'm Maggie Vo, and I work on the education research team at Anthropic.
Let's begin our exploration of the AI Fluency framework.
Loving it, but like the music is a bit loud. So I'm trying to fix that.
The focus of this course is not really about AI as a technology. Instead, it's mostly about you and I, us humans, and how we interact and collaborate with
The course is about me? I will be able to find myself?
AI systems. It's about imagining possibilities that don't treat AI as some sort of next-level spell checker, but instead as a trusted partner for doing creative and innovative problem-solving work. And it's about approaching these possibilities confidently and capably. Let's face it, the AI world moves extremely quickly, and it's very hard to know where to start or how to keep up unless you have a grounding, fundamental framework to guide you and get you past that next prompt engineering fad. That's why we're publishing this course. In this course, we explore AI fluency, our ability to engage with AI systems in ways that are effective, efficient, ethical, and safe. You'll learn plenty of practical skills, but it isn't just another collection of technical definitions or prompting tips that may be outdated next month. This course is about fundamentally shifting how we approach AI. We want to change how we think about AI so that we can learn how to think with AI. Over the last few years, AI has transformed from specialized technologies to interactive systems that millions use daily.
I do have a note. Like, I like them saying it's how to go from thinking about AI to thinking with AI, but also like there should be a step before that, which is like thinking before AI, which is normally what we do. Like we think, therefore we are. I don't know what my comment is, but I have a comment where I'm like, okay, so we think, and then there's AI who can help us, guide us, hopefully, maybe. But like, we shouldn't assume AI is always there so that we can think. Right? We shall see. I don't hate it, but we shall see. Because I trust that Anthropic will not over hype things. I think they are a really great company about being realistic and ethical. So again, we shall see. Let's see. This is the first introduction, so I guess it is going to be very marketable and like for people who may be very, very new to this, and we may not be those people. So I will continue.
At school, at work, and at home. This transformation creates both opportunities and uncertainty. We see organizations adopting AI without clear strategies. We watch people growing frustrated with systems that they don't fully understand. And we're all experiencing a widening gap between what's possible and what feels comfortable and intuitive. This course exists to help us bridge this gap together.
Here's the journey we'll take across this course. First, we'll give an overview of the AI Fluency framework, a model for human-AI interaction that we have found useful and powerful. We'll discuss the ways we interact with AI systems and 4 core competencies, which we call the 4Ds, that transform those interactions into something richer and much more rewarding. Then, we'll look at each competency more closely. In brief, these are delegation, which asks when should humans do work and when should AI?
Good.
Description, which asks how do we communicate clearly with AI systems? Discernment, which asks how do we evaluate what AI gives us? And diligence, which asks how do we ensure our interaction with AI is responsible, transparent, and accountable? Each section includes focused videos paired with exercises and materials.
I love all of these. I like all of these, especially saying when we should use AI and not, okay, we're using AI. So I like that. I like the question, and I like all of the questions under each part. Cool.
To build practical understanding. We hope you'll spend much of your time during this course trying what you're learning. You'll also hear directly from a few of us at Anthropic about what makes today's AI different from previous technologies, the real capabilities and limitations of these systems, and practical techniques that apply the 4Ds. Most AI training focuses solely on tactical skills, like specific prompts, which settings to adjust, or which systems to use. While useful, these skills can quickly become outdated. We're taking a different approach and focusing on core competencies and deep understanding so that you're prepared not just for today's AI, but for the changes to come. By the end of our time together, you'll have a framework to guide your own interactions with AI, confidence in deciding when and how to engage AI effectively, practical skills for more thoughtful and fluid human-AI collaboration, and the ability to evaluate and take responsibility for the outcomes of these collaborations. Thank you for joining us.
Nice. Cool stuff. Okay. Who are these people? Universities? Cool. Okay. Nice introductory introduction video. Let's continue. So, this video introduces us to this course's focus, developing meaningful collaboration with AI rather than just learning about AI technology. I guess, yeah, we should learn how to use it as good as we can. I think one thing that I try and focus on is we talk about media literacy, and I think at a point we need to have AI literacy where especially the upcoming generation who, the way we grew up with the internet, they are growing up with AI. And you know, when I say AI, I mean the umbrella term, because it is so many things. Whether it is the keyboard we use for spell checking to like talking with OpenAI's ChatGPT or stuff like that. But like, so we do need AI literacy for the generation that's coming. We, I think, know better, but we also need it. So I think this AI fluency, in a way, to me, is AI literacy. We shall see. We explain that this course explores how to build a lasting framework for working with AI systems that goes beyond simple and temporary tips and tricks. We explain what we mean by AI fluency, the ability to collaborate with AI in ways that are effective, efficient, ethical, and safe. We also outline the course structure, which covers each of the AI fluency core competencies. I guess it's called the 4Ds, as well as key technical and practical concepts. By the end of the course, you will have a framework for thoughtful AI interaction, confidence in choosing when and how to work with AI effectively, practical collaboration skills, the ability to evaluate and disseminate AI-assisted work responsibly. Did I say assimilate when it's disseminate? You know, cool. I do want one more thing from this course, which is, yes, ability to evaluate AI assisted work, but also recognize. That one is going down the drain very slowly. The ability to recognize if someone is using AI and that someone is not you. Oh, hi Zaid. Hi, what's up? Yes, today we are doing this. So let's do this. Yeah. Let's see if I can do a good scrolling with this. Okay, this is too fast. It's always too fast with this one. Let me use the other mouse. What are we doing today? Read the title, Zaid. I'm in a hurry. I'm speedrunning this. Fine, I'll tell you. Anthropic has a course called AI Fluency. It's supposed to be 3-4 hours, and my plan is to finish the whole thing in one stream, which is why I feel like I'm running. Ooh, putting things into practice already? Hold up, where was I? No, I was supposed to read the key takeaways. Oh hi, Momo is here. What's up? Let's do this. So yeah, this course focuses on my point. Oh my god, no. Nope. Did we just lose the internet? Sigh. We lost the internet. Are we back? Please let me know if we're back, because we should be back, hopefully. Why is the internet being mean to me today? Okay, I think we're live again. I apologize, guys. I was like so deep into the course that I did not notice the internet was gone. Okay, I'm gonna read the key takeaways one more time, because I think that's where you guys lost me. Please let me know if I'm back. Like maybe something in the chat would help. Okay. So yeah, it is repeating itself, but like it focuses on human AI collaboration, not just understanding AI as a technology. AI fluency means engaging with AI systems effectively, efficiently, ethically, and safely. We're back. Thanks, Michael. AI fluency framework creates on the competencies of delegation, description. I guess this means like prompting, discernment, and diligence. The goal is to develop lasting skills that remain relevant as AI technology evolves. I really like this objective. Just like it's a thing that's useful in this day and age. That is the main point. And finally, the one that I had a lot of things to say, test. Thank you. A lot of things to say about is so effective AI collaboration requires both practical skills and a fundamental shift in how we think about working with AI. What I would say, working like as a human being, how we think about working and thinking while there is AI. This is like what I would love to say, instead of like saying hi Zaid, what's up? Yes, I think I lost the internet for a bit, but I think I'm cool, back, we're good. What's the question mark for? I guess yeah, thanks all of you. So yes, being back, and I was worried maybe it hadn't showed up. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm looking at the chat on no, it didn't show up in Restream, which means Restream hadn't connected back. Yeah, thank you for the note. I can go and look at yeah, see, it says welcome to the chat, which means I was reconnected somehow. Cool. I did send the chat and you read. I didn't read it? Okay, probably disconnected. Sorry, but I think YouTube did not disconnect, which is, oh, okay, now I can see the YouTube chat, but I could not see the other chat, which is, I started NLP 3 weeks ago. I'm at the point to understand and code. Attention is all you need from scratch. Do you have any advice for what is best? What's the best next step? So you are interested in NLP itself, right? Hmm. Honestly, I'm not sure. Like what do you want to do next? Sorry. Do you want to like, so you are starting with transformers. Are you interested in going the agentic route, the CMPs and stuff? Like, are you interested in doing challenges like Kaggle and stuff? There are a lot of routes you could go. Good question. Maybe like find out more about what you like. Or like, do you want to fine tune a model that already exists? Like, there are a lot of routes you could go. Lovely question. So yes, this point about working with AI for me is like working and thinking while AI exists. That's my point. So, exercise 1. Did I zoom in? Why does this look so weird? Putting things into practice. You need to learn more. Need basic ideas of what is out there. Yes, you can do that. There are a lot of useful courses. I personally like the LLM course on Hugging Face. Or maybe anything like Stanford has an NLP focused one, CMU has an NLP focused one, CS50 is doing AI focused course, so you can find what you like that's out there. Or you could just start with a book. Books are also useful ones, which like there are books that focus on Python, books that focus on other languages. Yeah. I also think, yeah, it's a mix of both of like learning about the basics, but also putting it into practice, and doing a mix is a good idea. So we'll need access to a language model. Oh wow, we're already actually doing exercises. Throughout this course, you will practice what you were learning by working directly with a language model, while our examples feature Claude, Anthropic's AI assistant. You're welcome to work with any language model you prefer. The principles and skills we'll explore apply across different AI systems. Yes, I guess any model would work. Getting started is simple and free. Visit AI. Oh, wow, we're gonna start doing that. To create a free account, no paid subscription required. You can use other AI chat bots. Okay. So we just start with creating an account for Claude, which I don't think I have. So let's do that. I think I don't have it with this account. I mean, it would be lovely if you could. Claude mentions. I really like Claude. Did I say Cloud? Claude. Yeah, I think Zaid, you can ask in the in Discord. That's a good idea, Coffee. And I'm trying to log in to Claude. For some reason, I'm scared the internet is bad, but I don't think it is. For some reason, it's like loading. Let's try again. Why can't I continue on Google? I swear I haven't done anything. Because like I don't think of anything right now. I think learning is always going to be a long journey. I think that's one thing that I can tell anybody, is that learning is always going to be a long journey. But yeah, I can't think of anything right now, but I could look into it for you. So yes, I don't know if you've asked before on Discord, but I think it would be lovely if you could. No, I don't want to verify my phone. Rude. Come on, I don't wanna. Guys. Yeesh. I don't like this. I guess we're doing this. I probably already have an account on this phone. I'm gonna do BRB because I'm gonna get a text, which you will see, and I don't want that. So BRB in, I'm gonna assume like less than 3 minutes. So let's put this in 3 minutes and see you then. We successfully failed. So apparently my country is blocked. Woo woo woo. Yeah, expected, I suppose. Lovely, so lovely. Let me catch up to chat. I guess doing CV. If you did CV, then I'm sure you have a pretty good basics, but still. What I am scared of when it comes to NLP basics is the language parts, like linguistics parts. I don't think I will ever get there. So, nice. Yeah, I guess you mean free code camp, right? I won't invade your privacy registering. Yes, ethics, we're good. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. So yes, apparently I cannot use Claude. I mean, I am logged in my personal account, but hey, I'm gonna see how we can use other stuff for the exercises that come in the future. But yeah, lovely being in a country where most of the time stuff gets blocked because I guess war. So, reflection. Before we move on, take a moment to consider your own experiences with AI. What challenges have you encountered when working with AI to achieve specific outcomes? I'll be honest, a challenge I think I have encountered is that I stop thinking when it comes to stuff like vibe coding. But not always. Not always. It's just like a mix of me giving instruction and then it doing something completely different sometimes. Or like sometimes they actually do a really good job and I can guide it, and depends. It really depends. Like for example, when I was applying for a job and I drafted an answer to a question, VPN. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can use VPN. But then no, sorry. It asked for a phone number. Phone numbers are fully tied to the country you're in. So I guess I cannot use a VPN for my phone number. Oh, hi. Alaikum assalam. What's up? Thank you for joining the stream. So yes, the thing that is challenging. What was I supposed to say? I was supposed to say something about oh yeah. So I was applying for a job and I drafted an answer to some of the questions and I just wanted like some sort of I said, here's like my CV, I suppose, and then here's the answer that I put for that question. Tell me if I'm missing something. That was like the question I had, or like what gaps are there in my question, and give me feedback. Like, do not fix it for me, do not update it. I want it to be in my own words, but tell me how I can make it better. So even stuff like that, I like it. But when I give it a paragraph and it just transforms the whole thing, then that's, which is again depends on the prompt you give it, right? So yeah, like the point about letting it take over the thing you're doing is the bad thing. Yes. What possibilities for AI collaboration excites you the most? Just like it's helpful. What do you hope to gain from this course? A better understanding of, like, hopefully how the creators of AI think about using AI. I think that would be fun. So yes, catching up with the chat. You looked up for that diffusion model, but just felt the most difficult to understand. Oh, I don't really understand what's happening under the hood of most models. I don't expect myself to do that, but I just need to be able to have a basic understanding. So like that, it does not mean I understand fully how transformers work, how fully diffusion models work, but having that high level understanding. Because honestly, if you want to fully understand something, I recommend you read the paper. Even then you're probably, I don't know, like for me it's difficult to fully understand something. Yeah, and my math is also pretty not great. So I can give advice, but that doesn't mean I apply it to myself. So I'm not gonna look at the vocab because I think I'm fine, but we shall see. You can also share this document and other course materials with Claude. Ooh, good idea. What's next? In the next lesson, you'll explore why AI fluency matters in today's rapidly evolving technological landscape. We'll introduce 3 key ways people collaborate with AI: automation, augmentation, and agency. Yeah, I like the automation part the most. And the core components of AI fluency framework being what they call the 4Ds: delegation, description, discernment, and diligence, right? This was created in 2025 by those people, and Anthropic. These 2 are the professors, right? This course is based on AI Fluency framework by this person and this person. Oh, is it a book? Nice. Supported in part by Ireland. Ooh, and through this, cool. And next. Oh, okay. So this is a this is a different page title, right? Yes, we did introduction. Now we're in lesson number 2. There are, ya Allah, how many lessons there are? A lot. Okay. Guys, I just want to say I may not be able to answer chat always, okay? Please be okay with, I hope you can be okay with that. If there's anything like important, you can reach out in Discord, because for now I really want to focus on the learning. One last thing I want to say about learning, especially myself, the idea that I've had, because I do think my math is not great. I've had the idea of like going to YouTube and like just starting a high school math course, or probably like something like Khan Academy might work, just so that I can like go back and understand some things that I did not understand when I was in high school. I don't know if that's an idea anyone can get behind, but that's something that I've had, because there are calculus, algebra, all of that, intro, everything, college level, high school level. So I do believe, yeah, yes. I try to answer any question that's asked there, but I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah. So I'm gonna now go back to the learning, and I may not always look at chat. I hope that's all right with you guys. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand what AI fluency means and why it matters in today's rapidly evolving technological landscape. Recognize 3 emerging ways we collaborate with AI: automation, augmentation, and agency. get familiar with AI Fluency framework. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Before I play this, I'm like, I need to be careful if I get an ad. I did not get an ad. Okay. There we go. And let's look at this one. I think the audio should be fine, but if it's too loud, do let me know, because the music is a bit louder than the text.
Let's begin our exploration of the AI Fluency framework that is central to our learning over the rest of this course. What does it really mean to be fluent with AI? Why does it matter? We're living in a fascinating moment of technological change, one that brings both excitement and uncertainty. AI is reshaping how we communicate, create, learn, and solve problems in both our work and personal lives. Many of us now have versatile assistants and virtual collaborators at our fingertips that can help with writing, brainstorming, researching, decision-making, and much more. But here's the thing. Having these powerful systems doesn't automatically mean we know how to make the most of them or to engage with them responsibly. Think about a time when you got an unexpected response from an AI and you weren't sure how to proceed, or when you struggled to explain exactly what you needed and left the interaction feeling frustrated. Or perhaps you've wondered if the information you're sharing is being properly protected. All of these moments highlight the gaps between simply having access to AI and truly being fluent with it. So how do we move beyond just knowing a few prompt tricks to developing a thoughtful and responsible approach that will continue to serve us well as AI keeps evolving? What exactly does AI fluency look like? AI fluency isn't just about being a technical expert or memorizing the 10 best prompts for whatever trending task is popular this month. It's about developing a collection of practical skills, knowledge, insights, and values that reinforce each other and adapt as the technology changes. At its heart, AI fluency means interacting with AI systems in ways that are effective, efficient, ethical, and safe.
Okay.
In other words, really maximizing what you get out of your interactions with AI without wasting time and energy, and in an honest and responsible way that protects the privacy and security.
I was about to ask, who's the one being honest? Human or?
Of yourself and others. Through our research and personal experiences, we've found that there are 3 main ways people engage with AI. Understanding these modes helps us to see why AI fluency needs to go beyond simple prompt engineering. The first way we interact with AI is through automation, where an AI assistant completes a specific task based on your instructions. For example, you might ask an AI to summarize a document for you, or draft an email, or create an image, or plan a trip itinerary. You define what needs to be done, and the AI executes it. And it works well when you have a clear outcome in mind. But it can be challenging when you're not quite sure yet what you're actually looking for. The second approach is augmentation, where you and the AI assistant collaborate and complete a task together. The AI isn't treated as a machine to automate a task. Instead, it becomes a creative thinking and problem-solving partner. For example, imagine you're developing a character for a story and you're feeling stuck. You might explore this through a conversation with the AI assistant, bouncing ideas back and forth, elaborating on backstories, experimenting with dialogue, and otherwise refining that character. Or perhaps you're working through a difficult architectural problem with an app that you're building. Or maybe you're trying to formulate your thoughts on a complex.
Honestly, for some reason, when he talked about the collaborating with writing, it felt odd, but when he talked about fixing a coding problem, it didn't. And I am curious why. Like, why do I think writing is creative but coding isn't when both things are? And why are we so used to having coding be a super collaborative thing where even in the, Stack Overflow era, where like, I guess LLMs did not exist then, it was still something that you would copy people's code and like use it, but like you don't see that. You don't feel, I don't feel the same when it comes to like just writing something, whether it's like a student report, it's a creative thing, I don't know. I guess when it comes to I don't know, like technical writing or like creative fiction writing, that's weird because I think that way, but is that okay?
It's research topic. In these moments, the AI augments your creativity and thinking. It doesn't do work for you, but helps you do your work better. This approach works best when solutions aren't straightforward, and you need space to explore and experiment. The third mode is agency, where AI works independently on your behalf. For instance, you might set up an AI assistant to categorize incoming emails by topic or urgency, and maybe even begin drafting responses to the most urgent ones. Or you might create an ever-changing interactive experience for visitors to your website, or power a dynamically interactive character in a game. The key idea is that rather than defining specific actions, you're establishing the AI's knowledge and behavior patterns. You become less like a script writer giving exact directions and more like a director setting a vision. None of these approaches are inherently better than the others. They serve different purposes and excel in different situations. In fact, you might even use all three in a single project. While many start with automation, we found that augmentation and agency are approaches that really take advantage of the unique capabilities of AI, and that these modes often lead to the most creative and effective solutions. Understanding these differences helps us recognize that AI isn't just a tool. It's a technology that can act as a tool, but also as a medium, or as a partner or co-creator, and sometimes all of these at once. And this shift from mere tool to powerful collaborator gives technology a new role to play in our creative and problem-solving work, which means we also have new roles and need to adapt and develop new skills. These skills are what we describe in the AI Fluency framework. Whichever way you engage with AI, there are 4 key areas of competence to develop and master. They form the core of the AI Fluency framework, which we'll explore over the rest of this course.
Awesome. I have heard that quote of like good writers borrow and great writers steal. I think because I see writing as like a really like something I cannot do. Maybe I can put yet at the end of that sentence, but I think because I'm familiar with coding but not as familiar with writing, maybe that's why I see it as something like unreachable. But thank you for, I guess, clarifying that for me. So this part is about the AI Fluency framework, and the video explores what it means to be fluent with AI and why it matters. I do have some comment, but we can talk about it after we reach the end here. We discuss how AI fluency involves developing practical skills, knowledge, insight, and values that help you interact with AI systems in ways that are, I think I'm gonna memorize these lines. Effective. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. Effective, efficient, ethical, and safe. There, I have it memorized. We also introduced 3 ways people engage with AI: automation, augmentation, agency. The AI completes specific tasks based on your instruction. I guess I have a question, which is like, okay, automation is that you tell it what to do and it does it. But if you continue guiding the answer, would that become augmentation because it's collaborative, as creative thinking and execution partners? I suppose like if you collaboratively create something, I guess that would be augmentation. Agency. You configure AI to work independently on your behalf, establishing its knowledge and behavior patterns rather than giving it specific tasks. Interesting. Oh God, did not realize my face was gone. Okay, another video. Let's hope we don't get an ad.
Hi, my name is Rick Dakin from the Ringling College of Art and Design. Now that we've explored what AI fluency means and the different ways we interact with AI, let's dive into the core competencies that help us navigate AI collaboration effectively, efficiently, ethically, and safely. No matter how you're working with AI, whether through automation, augmentation, or agency, there are 4 essential competencies that make all the difference. We call them the 4 Ds: delegation, description, discernment, and diligence. First is delegation, which focuses on the big picture. What are you trying to accomplish? What kinds of work are involved? What work should you handle yourself, and where might AI be helpful? Think about a research project you're working on. You might decide to have your AI assistant review lengthy documents and data, then engage in a thoughtful discussion about the implications and findings, but reserve the critical analysis and final conclusions for yourself. To delegate effectively, you need to understand your goal and the problem you're solving, recognize what AI can and can't do well, and lastly,
Oh, that's a interesting note. So you think this is curated in a way to sell it to people who are iffy about using AI for creative and artistic tasks? That's a lovely note to have. The way I see it is that it is very high level. Like it's for people who are less familiar, but also, like, again, I'm curious about ethics and safety and stuff like that, because I want to be able to talk about it, and I hope this course gives me the tools to be able to talk about it. So let's see if it goes one way or the other.
thoughtfully divide the work between you and the AI. Delegation isn't just about offloading tasks. It's about having a clear vision and strategically choosing how AI fits into your process. This thoughtful approach is essential for both effective and efficient AI collaboration. Next comes description, which focuses on clear communication with AI. Consider the difference between vaguely stating, "Make me a logo," versus describing your company's values, target audience, preferred colors, style references, and so on. Or if you're using an AI as a tutor,
I do have a note on the prompting. Like, prompting has become an important thing, and making sure that you explain the thing correctly to an AI will, like, you can obviously see the difference. So, like, when a client explains what they want, I feel like if they explain it to a human, they will be very vague, but when it comes to, like, prompting it to an AI, they will be more careful about it. So I think this has helped us. Like, write the thing for me as if you're explaining it to an AI would probably be more helpful, because people know, like, you can see the answers directly, but when it comes to just explaining something to a human, people are just lazy because they assume you will complete the thing and understand intuitively, which sometimes can happen, but sometimes just goes the wrong direction. So I do believe this is a win, but at what cost, you know?
you might take the extra step to specify, "Don't tell me the answer, just help me work through this problem step by step so I can better understand the concept." Description goes beyond just writing prompts. It's about having detailed, context-rich conversations that establish what you're hoping to achieve in the format of the output, how...
Oh, that's a great point. AI is not trained to ask clarifying questions. True. Humans are. Also, like, when you check by adding the point of, like, tell me what gap there is, they will actually ask questions of, like, yeah. So, yeah, I guess prompting, like, maybe sometimes you don't think because it's a simple thing, but honestly, it really matters. Even the point about, like, if you create a a model to give to a child, which there is a really cool video about it, that creates a local llama for their kids to be able to use it, where it's like, do not give them answers directly, but help them work through problems. So like just adding those things does help with the prompting and make it more less about like just delegating thinking and about having almost like an instructor or an assistant that helps you work through something and clarifies it.
You want the AI to approach the task, the context and information that the AI might need to best work with you on this task, and the tone and style of interaction. Effective description means articulating your needs and vision in a way that sets up both you and the AI for greatest collaborative success. The third D is discernment, which involves thoughtfully evaluating what AI gives you. Let's say you've asked an AI assistant to suggest a marketing strategy. Your discernment comes into play as you assess, are the facts accurate? Does the reasoning make sense? Do the recommendations align with your brand values and audience? And most importantly, does this output actually help you move forward? Discernment draws upon your own expertise in a domain and requires developing the judgment and critical insight to separate what's useful from what's not, and to recognize when AI outputs need refinement or should be set aside entirely. Most of our interactions with AI involve small loops of description and discernment, describing what we need, evaluating what we get, refining our request, and so on. We'll explore this more deeply later in the course. Finally, there's diligence, which focuses on responsible AI interactions. For example, if you are using AI to help write job descriptions or review applications, how are you ensuring fairness and controlling for potential biases? When making important decisions with AI assistants, how are you verifying the accuracy of the information presented to you? Are you protecting sensitive data? Have you considered how to be transparent about the involvement of AI? Are you willing to be accountable for the AI-assisted work you have done? Diligence means taking ownership of your AI-assisted work and being willing to stand behind final products created using AI.
Oh, so by honesty and transparency, they did mean the human being honest about using a language model when it comes to like solving the task. Which, yeah, that's a question I have for like if I want to start working somewhere new, I'm like, what is your policy with or against using AI when it comes to working here? Because like in my current job, they started integrating it. So like there are models that you're allowed to use and models you're not allowed to use for safety reasons and like, yeah, mostly privacy and safety reasons. So yeah, that is something I'm curious about for like future opportunities.
Diligence is critical for safe and ethical AI collaboration. To recap, AI fluency means developing practical skills, knowledge, insights, and values that help you use AI effectively, efficiently, ethically, and safely.
Yes.
AI fluency includes 4 key competencies: delegation to decide when and how to use AI, description to communicate clearly with AI, discernment to evaluate AI outputs, and diligence to use AI responsibly. What makes these competencies so valuable is that they aren't tied to specific AI tools or techniques that might become outdated. Instead, they're fundamental skills that will help you adapt and grow alongside this rapidly evolving technology.
Nice. Let's look at a summary of the video. So this video introduces 4 competencies that we talked about, but like with more information. For example, delegation is thoughtfully deciding what work to do with AI versus doing it yourself. And by that, by thoughtfully, we mean good prompting, I suppose. Well, no. Okay, you know what? No. This is deciding whether to use AI or not. Description is communicating clearly with the AI system, meaning good prompting. Discernment, evaluating AI output and behavior with a critical eye. I guess this was the point where he said, can you like stand behind the output? Is this something you would have eventually gotten it to? Something like that. Diligence, ensuring you interact with AI responsibly, and like being honest about the fact that you used AI. And what else? Transparency, honesty. What else was there? We explore how these competencies work across different ways of engaging with AI, and why developing these skills prepares you for whatever AI evolution brings next. Okay. So key takeaways being AI fluency means engaging with AI in ways that are effective, efficient, ethical, and safe. There are 3 primary ways Dude, we literally read all of these. Why do I need to reread? I'm not going to reread these, guys. I'm sorry. Automation, augmentation, and agency. Yes. And then the 4Ds that we just discussed. These competencies apply across all 3 ways of working with AI. Developing these competencies prepares you for evolving AI capabilities. Cool. So I think we're going to have an exercise. Let's see how we can do. Let's see if we can do anything with it. So I guess application. Oh, hi, morning. What's up? Hi, Umayma. I hope you're feeling well. Pick one of these collaboration scenarios and consider how you might apply the 4D framework. I think whoever named this is like 3D is cool, but can we go even cooler? Communication project. So we have an idea for a project and we're trying to see how we can use the framework. You're working with an AI assistant to draft a series of emails for a marketing campaign. What aspects of this project would you handle yourself versus collaborate on the AI? I think, first of all, internet seems to be going bad, but I don't think it's cut off. Was it cut off? Someone can let me know. I hope it wasn't cut off. No, I think it was not. Cool. I think I would draft the email, pick out images I want to share. I do not want to give the images to AI, but I would give the AI the draft of the email and say, maybe say, align it with this value, or like give it a focus of this. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, congratulations on your refund. That is amazing. That is so cool. The other day I was so happy you guys were like actually helping each other. Absolutely. Claps for coffee for supporting. I was like, oh my god, people are talking to each other because they both know me and they are helping each other. I was like mind blown. That made me really, really happy. So because I'm like, I think I do have a lovely community of people and just like having it be an actual community makes it really lovely. So yes, that's how I what did I do? That's how I would use it. Where was I? Description. Moral support is awesome. How would you communicate your vision for the campaign's tone, purpose, and success criteria? Yes. So yeah, I do believe tone being like, I want this to be very Gen Z. It's going to be different from, this is for suit wearing people, for like, I don't know, lawyers. And also success criteria is something I did not think about because I've never worked in marketing. But yes, sometimes some numbers do matter, and like hitting some keywords matter. I did not think that far ahead, but I guess you could tell that to the language model, and I don't know if it will change anything. So next, what criteria would help you evaluate whether AI drafted emails meet your needs? I'm not sure. What criteria would help me evaluate if the email meets my needs? I guess I would want it to hit some things. Like, for example, if I gave it a draft and it erased a point, I would not want that. So like there are points that should be in the email. Anyway, what consideration around transparency and responsibility would be important? Good point. Because like here's the thing about transparency. Would I tell my client I am using AI when I'm sending that email? Right now, I don't think so. Which is, I don't think if that's a good practice or not. But like, would I say this email is written with the help of AI? I don't know, because I don't know. But I would obviously, and I've done this multiple times, tell the people who I'm working with that I have used AI. Like a really clear example that I have is when I'd written some code, and then for the code I needed documentation. And because I had written half of the code with an AI, I just told the AI to help me with the documentation. And without doing anything myself, it gave me a draft, which I was happy with, but then I changed it, changed some parts. So like for that, I was like, oh, the AI helped me with documentation. Yeah, basically like sent from my iPhone tag, but like created with the help of, let's say, Claude, with the help of ChatGPT. I feel like something like that would be interesting. Because, for example, right now, Instagram has the tag of like, this is AI, but is it like helped with? Creative project, you're collaborating with AI to develop character concepts for a story. Okay, creative. What creative elements would you want to explore through AI collaboration versus developing independently? So if I was writing a story, which is something I've thought about a lot, the thing that I would not give to AI is the culture, like how the character thinks, what world the character is in, because for me it would be in my culture if I write a story. But like, what would I want AI to explore? Ideation? I don't know. Like, I want the thing to be grounded in reality, but when it comes to like, I have this and that, help me. You know, like when you're playing chess and you're like, I feel like I know what the next move is, but then if I do this next move, how would it help me in the next 3, 4, 5 moves? Oh hey, South Park episode credited ChatGPT as a co-author. I did not know that. What? Is that recent or old? I'm gonna look into that just to see, because I'm curious why I didn't see it on the first page of Reddit. I don't think I would do that, but if I had like a story, I might be like, create a character page or something. I don't know. Anyway, how might you guide the AI to generate characters that fit the story's world? That's an interesting question. Ooh, I have not watched South Park for like a few years now. Oh my god, 2023. See, I have not watched South Park for so long. Because like, I like watching Bob's Burgers. That's like my comfort show. Okay, so I would not want a language model to come up with a character for me, but if I wanted to have a character that was very outside of my culture, would I want ChatGPT to give me an idea about that culture? Like, honestly, if it was like an American person, then I would not mind asking ChatGPT. But if it was like someone very obscure, then I feel like I would not want to ask ChatGPT, because their data is not as focused on smaller cultures. But also, I feel like for NPCs it would be fine, but like not for main characters. I would not want AI to generate any dialogue. Maybe scenarios. Like, give me some interesting scenarios in a college setting, and then I would want to put my characters in that, or like give me some interesting scenarios. I don't know. I can't think. Anyway, how would you decide which AI suggested elements to keep, modify, or discard? I think I already talked about this. I don't want AI to give me points about my culture, or like maybe even dialogue. I don't feel comfortable with that. Oh, stereotyping. That is a fun idea. Whoa. Yeah. Like, especially when it comes to a person who's outside of my culture. I mean, I could check Wikipedia, but also, like, I feel like it would be more lively. Even, like, maybe Reddit. Like, you absolutely need a mix. Like, even going on Twitter and then checking. That would still be a hodgepodge. So yeah, stereotyping is actually a really good idea. But not for cultures that are smaller. Like, very small. Yeah, it really depends on their internet footprint. How would you acknowledge AI's contribution to your creative work? I guess credit it. I think this is going to get more. How many times am I going to make the same mistake? Where was I? Was I here? No, I was here. I think the idea about, where was I? There it is. Crediting AI, or like saying you did something with AI, is going to get more normalized in the upcoming years. Like the idea of, like creating clothes. I think I've given this example before, but I'm repeating myself. Getting something that's made by hand is more, like, I don't want to say coveted, but I think that's the only word that comes to me. Like something more pricey. So like saying this idea is without AI is going to be something more fancy, and the AI is going to be the one where it feels like it's coming from a factory, because it's obviously going to be more a combination of what's on the internet or what's written down, but like I feel like even though it feels creative, it's going to be in a limited space. Am I making sense? Like, it's normalized, it feels normalized. So like if all of us gave it the same thing, it's going to lead us in similar directions. Not the same, obviously, but similar directions. So yes. That was exercise 1. Now exercise number 2, explore something you love. Spend 5-10 minutes chatting with Claude about a topic you're passionate about and know well. We will be using Claude across wait, am I just going to chat with a chatbot? I can use ChatGPT if that's the whole thing, because I don't think we're going to use any APIs. You can also do this with another AI. In fact, it might be worthwhile for you to try the exercise across this course with several AI assistants to get a feel for how they differ. Choose a topic you know well and enjoy discussing, such as a hobby, professional interest, favorite book series, etc. Have a natural conversation with Claude about this topic like you would with someone who shares your interest. Try to notice moments where Claude enhances your thinking. You need to clarify or correct Claude's understanding. Your expertise leads you to evaluate Claude's response. What should I talk about? I'm gonna do this for the next 3 minutes. Somebody give me an idea of what I should do. I'm gonna bring up ChatGPT, new chat, close the side panel, make it look good, and now it's saying there's an update. What should I talk about? The only thing that I have on my mind is the movie and / book Project Hail Mary. I've been thinking about it since I saw the poster yesterday. K-pop? Ooh, K-pop is an interesting thought. K-pop is something that I can also talk about. Mm, hmm. Because I watched the movie K-pop Demon Hunters recently, and that was also pretty fun. Mm, I feel like that would be too niche of a topic, but also I do know enough about it. You know what? I want to ask about K-pop, but like in a way, you shall see. I'm gonna try and talk with it by voice because I think that's going to be more interesting than me typing. So let's start. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help you today?
Um, I guess I had a question about um, K-pop related contracts of like the recent years versus let's say 10, 15 years ago or even more, because I know there are controversies from like was it SM era to even now hype. Like can you give me a very brief like highlight about that?
Sure. In the past, K-pop contracts were often long and restrictive, with companies having significant control over idols' careers and personal lives. This often led to controversies and legal disputes. Over the past decade, there's been a shift towards more balanced contracts, giving idols more rights and better conditions. Companies like HYBE have been known for these improved practices. Overall, there's been progress in creating fairer working conditions for idols.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that, honestly, because like I have an example of like DBSK from, was it? I feel like it's been almost like 17 or 16 years. And then the example of now New Jeans, how they are being sued by their company and millions of dollars. I don't know if this has to do with the length of the contract or just like the things that tie the idol to the company, because when they start they are so young, like 15, 14 years old. What do you think?
You bring up a good point. Even though there have been improvements in some areas, issues can still arise, especially with younger idols who may not fully understand their rights when signing contracts. The situation with groups like DBSK and New Jeans highlights that there are still challenges and complexities in the industry. It's important for contracts to be transparent and fair, and for idols to have proper support and understanding. Progress is ongoing, and it's essential for the industry to continue evolving to protect the well-being of idols.
Interesting. I think that's all I want to say. Thanks.
You're welcome. If you ever want to chat more about this or anything else, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
That was my chat. um yeah, I don't think I actually agreed with it, which I found surprising. It did not give me any examples. I wanted more numbers, or even like tell me what the controversies were, because I know what the controversies were and what are the consequences. I did not expect to have more information about this than ChatGPT, but I guess I did not ask, so I kept it very vague, even myself. Let's see what you guys chatted about. I find having a discussion with ChatGPT in some cases, say philosophy or abstract concepts. ChatGPT uses its memory of my previous chats. Ooh, that is probably true. Aligns it more with my views. Trying to create your own bubble, which is not helpful, right? When it comes to finding out concepts where your concepts fall short. Yeah, right, inflating your ego, that's a good point. Showered with buckets of cold water when I try. Gemini, oh my god, gave me answers rooted in fact. That is an interesting point. I got a bloop of what was that? That is interesting, like using different AIs and then getting a bucket of cold water dumped on you. I get really frustrated when chatbots do the, oh, shoehorned Eliza. Like, how does that make you feel? It's a lazy, it's lazy response to keep the topic going. Oh, voice version isn't as smart as text version? Wait, isn't that supposed to be the same thing? I feel like it's just reading the text version. Same model, but doesn't tap into same depth. That is weird. I guess it would be boring if it talked for longer and the text is allowed to be as long. Maybe there is a limit. I like using my voice. I like using the speech to text and then having the text to speech read it for me. I find it to be more convenient because when it comes to this voice version, it is so sensitive about like me saying and it's like, what, you said something, let me cut myself off. It's like, dude, just anyway. I prefer the part where it's like completes what it's saying and then I talk. I don't like the part where I can cut it off. I don't know if it's a feature I can turn off, honestly. I might, especially in the phone version, but I like the idea of like I'm sending a voice message and it's sending me a voice message back. Anyway, to answer the thing about the topic that we explored, I'm gonna answer, I guess, some of the questions like, did Claude enhance my thinking? Not really. I mean, not Claude, ChatGPT, but I know recent contracts because the government, there was a government law mandate about contracts not being allowed to be more than 7 years. I think that's the current one. And then what I needed to clarify, honestly, nothing. It was very high level. Like it was like recent contracts are better, and I'm like, dude, there are 13-year-olds being idols. Do they understand what it even means to become an idol? And it was like, okay, right, you're right. So yes, I guess if we talk about it, like give me exact comparison between like recent contracts versus like contracts from 20 years ago. Yeah, even like the idea of like seeing older idols move away from the big companies and go to recently created companies. What does that even mean? Anyway, it's a topic that I guess I do know a lot more about than the average person. Exercise number 3. Spend another 5-10 minutes asking, I guess, ChatGPT to teach us about a topic you're unfamiliar with but interested in exploring. Oh my god, I know what. See how this experience differs from your conversation about something you love and know well. Okay, I'll do that. But I'm gonna read the instructions before doing that. Choose a topic you'd like to learn more about. Engage the LLM in a conversation to help you understand the basics of the topic. Don't worry about prompting the wrong way or the right way. Just ask it to teach you. Try to notice moments where Claude offers helpful explanations. Provide examples that make the abstract idea concrete. Respond naturally to your questions as they arise. Explain things where you would want to double check its explanations. Okay, so I'm gonna do that because I know what I'm gonna ask about. Not saying it, just help thinking of it with this. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna bring up ChatGPT again. I have a new chat. I think this time I'm gonna use the idea that I said, which feels like I'm sending a voice message. So here's my voice message. I've recently become interested in the game of Go, which is called Butak in Korean, and give me like some very high level main ideas because I'm interested in learning. So I want you to teach me the basic ideas, and then I will ask more questions about things that I don't know. When I say something and then I see it written out, I'm like, oh my god, why do I talk like this? It's not pultak, it's butak, I think, right? Butak. Let's see. Because like, anyway. Alright, let us have it be read for us. Oh my god, this is so fun. Okay, we're gonna have this be read for us.
That's great to hear, CL. Go. Barak in Korean is a beautiful and deep game, simple in its rules but profound in strategy. Here are the very high-level main ideas to get you started. 1. The objective: control the most territory. You and your opponent take turns placing black and white stones on a 19 by 19 grid. The goal is to claim empty space by surrounding it with your stones.
That I know. And also, I am so scared of playing 1919 grid that I even don't know how to play 1313 grid. So I am not playing any grids. I'm just solving puzzles right now and creating eyes. So let's see how much I know.
2. Turn-based play. Black goes first. One stone is placed on an empty intersection each turn. Once placed, stones don't move unless they're captured. 3. Capturing stones. A stone or group is captured if it's completely surrounded on all four sides by the opponent's stones. It's removed from the board. 4. Liberties equals life. Each stone or group needs at least one open adjacent point called a liberty to stay alive. If you have no liberties, you're captured. 5. Groups and eyes. Stones connect into groups if they're directly next to each other. A group is alive, safe from capture, if it forms two eyes, two separate empty spots that the opponent can't fill without breaking the rules.
This is the one that I think I'm pretty good at, creating eyes or avoiding eyes. Okay, let's see what... Oh, you know what? I feel like I know most of these ones. But maybe I asked for too many high-level stuff.
Nar 6. Co-rule. You can't make a move that would cause the board to repeat the same exact position endlessly. This is called co, and it prevents infinite loops.
True. Another thing that I don't think I would be good at is if I played in real life, because I don't know the things that are rules, like co. I guess co is pretty obvious. You cannot repeat the last board, what it looked like. But I think there are so many things that you should not do that I would do. I've been using the Gemini screen share feature. Oh my god, it's the coolest thing. I used it just as a demo once to help me cheat on my Duolingo, Chinese Duolingo. Sometimes the voice changes when it's reading Chinese. Oh, I guess it's trained on different models, but that's very sneaky and smart. And I feel like it's not really created for that, but it's cool that you're using it that way. I should start using it, honestly. I know it's really cool.
7. Game end and scoring. The game ends when both players pass. You count the empty territory surrounded by your stones, plus the number of enemy stones you've captured. If you'd like, I can now show you a small board to play on, 9 by 9, examples of alive versus dead groups, or beginner strategy ideas like corners are easier to control than the center.
Hey,
Just ask away, CL.
I like that. To show me a 9 by 9 score or something. You know what? Beginner strategy ideas, or like even I have no idea where to start, like just the starting positions. That would be pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna ask one last thing and end this chat because I was playing some puzzles yesterday. And I cannot pass a level for some reason. So, show me a few examples of different strategies, maybe examples of dead and alive groups. Can you visualize this? I want to see how it tries and visualizes stuff. And also like the other strategies that have names that I have currently forgotten. Oh, it's thinking so hard. Sorry. Eep. What is happening? Are these supposed to be pictures? Nothing is... I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Did it just try to create two pictures of boards that it cannot show me? Yep. I think that's the point. I wanted it to visualize it using like Markdown. Okay, last thing. For some reason, I cannot see the pictures you're trying to show me, so please show it using some sort of Markdown style old text. Like, you know what? I'm gonna cut myself off. I don't know what I said. Just keep it markdown style, and that's it. Regenerate? Really? See? This works amazingly. This is what I wanted. And yes, this is an example of like black dyeing, and I like this more. Example 1, dead white group. Hold up, this is not white. Why is black stone represented by white and white is represented by empty? Anyway, and this is an example of a safe group, because a stone cannot be placed here. Yeah, with all due respect, it does not have 2 eyes. It has 1 eyes. Why do you think it has 2 eyes? Let's be honest. E4 and D4. D4. E4 is an eye, but D4 is not an eye, dude. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Really? Wait. But even if it's dark mode, won't these 2 things still look the same? Anyway, it made a mistake. This does not have 2 eyes. It only has 1 eye. So there's that. It assumed light mode. Probably. Still, I feel like these stones would still look the same. But yeah, this does not have 2 eyes. There's only 1 eye. Cool. Fun. I don't think Go is supposed to be that hard, especially like talking about eyes. I'm gonna give it 1 chance. Your example 2 with the 2 eyes, I only see 1 eye, which is E4. D4 is not an eye, it's a stone. Can you please fix that? I'm not sure, honestly. And you kept it the same. Yay! Guys, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna show you an example of 2 eyes so that you guys believe me that this is not 2 eyes. There it is. Here you go. 2 eyes is an actual example of 2 eyes is this one. There's an eye here. I don't know if you can see well. I hope you can. Oh, this is a better one. A is an eye, B is an eye, like the thing they call it eyes. And then here's an example of 3 eyes. Wait, no, these are not 3 eyes. You know what, these are not 3 eyes. But this is another example of like 2 eyes. Can you see 3 eyes? Anything that has 3 eyes? Because it's also possible to have 3 eyes. I guess this is 3 eyes. 1, 2, 3. White also has an eye. But yes, an example of 2 eyes would be 2 empty spots. And as you can see here, there is only 1 empty spot. Anyway, I'll stop. I did it wrong? How would that be? What did I do wrong? I mean, you come off knowing more than ChatGPT. You know what? I am wrong. I thought I didn't know anything. But apparently, the eye is the simplest idea of Go. Anyway, so apparently we should redo the exercise asking, you know what, something that I have literally, it's just that Go is a thing that I'm interested in and like I'm trying to learn more about. But apparently I should start with something that I have 0 idea about. Car maintenance, car batteries. What do I have 0 information about that? I don't know car maintenance for like, maybe I could change tire, maybe, because or maybe I could put air in a tire. That I have done, but like I don't know exactly what's happening under the hood. Stuff like this, Project Astra is great for, because like you can you show it, and then it's like, what exactly is that thing? What is the thing with the pink water, or is it blue water? You know what I mean? I think it's a coolant. What topic do I have zero information about? Definitely a lot of stuff. I just don't know what it is. I think I'm gonna move on. We can call this a, failure. Before moving on, take a moment to consider. I am starting to play Go, little by little. I am not good at it, but I know what an eye is. And actually recently I learned about the corner things. I learned about this yesterday. The thing with the corner. I need to do a bunch more practice before I know what I am talking about. I am too learned. I have too much trivia knowledge, which is not great. So I feel like I know a little about too many things, but I obviously don't know a lot about too many things. I just know a lot about a few things. Like I like science. I like space a lot. But I feel like I don't have enough information about botany or the ocean, stuff like that. What else? Yeah, I would be a botanist in another life, because I feel like learning about plants, maybe not. There are so many things that have to do with plants. Botany is one thing. There's a horticulture something is also another thing. Yeah. So, which of the 4Ds are we most confident in already? Which might need more development? I think, in my opinion, whether I need to use AI or not, I don't think I have that under control fully, because sometimes I use AI when I don't need to, and sometimes I probably should, but I don't, because I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't. I think I'm very good in the description part, because even if I don't have it understand me once, I know I can make it understand me or just start a new chat. Discernment, I feel like I'm not the best at evaluating, but I would know when it is right and when it's trying to derail me with the thing that I want. And I think I am pretty good at being transparent about it. So it's a mix of both. Do I have an app that I would recommend? Sort of. So I am doing I am practicing on an app that, according to Reddit, is not good. There is one called Go Online that I find to be a bit too confusing because it's really huge. The one that I'm using is I'll show you. And that one is like very beginnery, because Paduk. It's Paduk. Online. Did I forget the name of the app? Isn't it Paduk? Something Paduk? Oh, what is it called? Go Online is one. Online Go or something. But the one that I'm currently playing on. Oh, there it is. This one. It's more beginner friendly, in my opinion. Why am I not getting... There it is. Okay, found it. I think making that mistake is going to happen. Like you have to already be at the border on whatever. It can help you. You don't know until you ask. Good point. So this is the logo. This flying thingy is the logo, and it's called Baduk Pop. Why is it called that? I have no idea. But like Baduk is the game of Go in Korean, and Pop for some reason is that. And I have no interest in playing against a human because I'm not good enough. But the parts about exercising and the puzzles and the lessons, that part is pretty fun. And there isn't really a limit on how many lessons you can take, but there's a limit of how many failures you can have. And then, yeah, that's it. And yeah, I started like a few weeks ago. I'm pretty new to it. And I think this is the corner thing that I was learning about recently. Nope. No, not that one. Nope. So yeah, it's not purtak because purtak is a type of food. It's patuk. Can you recall a recent AI interaction where the framework might have helped? Obviously, especially when it comes to documenting code. I like it. What specific skills from the 4D framework would most enhance your work for or personal project? I think being able to evaluate the answer, or like knowing if it's good enough for me to stand behind it. I feel like somewhere between delegation and discernment would be something, because I can be honest about me using it. That is not really difficult. Oh, nice framework summaries. Okay, so that was that just lesson 1, and did I spend 2 hours on it? No, it was lesson 2. Sheesh. Next lesson, deep dive on generative AI. It's a two-part technical lesson that explains the foundational workings of modern AI, how it differs from previous technologies, and its current capabilities and limitations. This knowledge will provide valuable context for the 4Ds, especially strengthens your delegation competence. Cool. Next lesson. Should we do a hold up, I want to see the menu. So it's 12 lessons. Something tells me I'm not gonna finish this today. Let's do let's huddle and plan the rest of today, because I am available for the next hour and a half, but it's already been an hour and a half, and I'm at I just finished lesson 2 and I'm at lesson 3. Do you guys believe can we get to lesson maybe 5? I don't think so. I'm not hopeful. I feel like now I'm going to I'm gonna hope for 2 streams instead of 1. I really thought I'm gonna finish it in 1 stream. I had too much faith in myself, which is not a bad thing, but it's also not a great thing. What is generative AI? We shall learn by the end of this lesson to define generative AI and how it differs from other types of AI, recognize key characteristics and technological foundations of generative AI, identify major capabilities and limitations of current generative AI. I would like that. I would like to identify major capabilities and limitations. I just clicked something I shouldn't have. Okay. So let's play this video. It's a 6-minute video, so heads up. What is generative AI?
Hi, my name is Drew Bent, and I'm a teacher, programmer, and member of technical staff at Anthropic. Welcome to our exploration of generative AI. In this video, we'll dive into what generative AI actually is, how it works under the hood, and the technological breakthroughs that made these systems possible. You might interact with generative AI daily without fully understanding what's happening behind the scenes. Let's change that. Generative AI refers to artificial intelligence systems that can create new content rather than just analyzing existing data. For example, while traditional AI might classify emails as spam or not spam based on patterns, generative AI can write a completely new email for you. The first approach analyzes and categorizes. The second creates something new that didn't exist before. This represents a fundamental shift in AI capabilities. Large language models, or LLMs, like Anthropic's Claude models, are a prominent type of generative AI. They're called language models because they're trained to predict and generate human language, and large because they contain billions of parameters, mathematical values that determine how the model processes information, somewhat like synaptic connections in your brain. The path to today's generative AI wasn't sudden. It involved three crucial developments coming together at the right time. First, there were algorithmic and architectural breakthroughs that fundamentally changed how AI systems learn.
I don't think it has too much faith, just a lack of anticipating the material and issue with getting stuff to work. Like that there'd be a task like spend 20 minutes chatting with an AI. I mean, it does say 5 to 10 minutes, so it gives you a time limit. But yes, when chatting, a person can over chat. I don't know who that person might be, but it can happen sometimes.
Architectural breakthroughs that fundamentally changed how AI systems learn. While neural networks have been around conceptually for decades, the development of the transformer architecture in 2017 was a game changer. This architecture excels at processing sequences of text while maintaining relationships between words across long passages, which is critical for understanding language in context. Second, the explosion of digital data provided the essential raw material for training. Modern LLMs like Claude learn from diverse sources, such as websites, code repositories, and other text that represent human knowledge and communication. This vast tapestry of information helps models develop a broad and nuanced understanding of both language and concepts.
Can I question the point about nuanced understanding? Because it's not incorrect. It is pretty fair, because it's very surprising at how much a model can understand how a language works, like any language, based on how much data you give it. But also, it doesn't understand it because it can easily be very, very, very biased based on the data you give it. So it does understand how to put together words to make a sentence, but it does not understand the sentence. And because I am not a fluent English speaker, I don't know if that has to do with the word nuance, but I wanted to pause there. Because nuance is being able to... I know how to use the word nuance, I just don't know how to explain it. Okay.
And third, massive increases in computational power made it possible to train these complex models on all that data. Specialized hardware like GPUs, or graphics processing units, and TPUs, or tensor processing units, along with distributed computing networks, often called clusters, enable processing that would have been impossible just a few years earlier. Peek under the hood.
Did we just get cut off? How bad is it? Okay, I think I used nuance correctly. I think we're back. I did not expect... Did you YouTube cut off? No, hopefully not. Okay, YouTube did not cut off. And that's a good thing, I think. Sorry. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm happy I did not start again because it got cut off and then now it's back. And YouTube is still holding on strong. I do believe we are now normally back. And apologies again for the Twitch audience. It is a bit more cut offy compared to YouTube. YouTube does a better job holding on to the stream, which is pretty cool. And now I'm gonna go back. Let's say please make sure to like the video if you like this type of content, because I woke up so early for this. But I'm happy because I was looking forward to the course. Now I will take I did take the video back around 30 seconds. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's where I was cut off, or he was cut off, but that's where I am taking it back, and let's continue. Just looked it up. We'll watch it. Yes! Highly recommend. It's a really good movie. It's the thing that I was like, you know what? I need to understand what happens and go. And now I need to rewatch it because I sort of understand, especially a point of conflict somewhere. And the main character is number 0. I mean, I know the main character from so long ago, and the fact that he's in Squid Game, good for him. Make as much money as want. Number 0 or number 1. Number 1 of season 2. There we go.
The combination of these 3 factors led to an important discovery known as the scaling laws. These empirical findings showed that as models grew larger and trained on more data with more computing power, their performance improved in predictable ways. More surprisingly, researchers found that entirely new capabilities began to emerge as these models grew larger.
Such as?
Abilities no one explicitly programmed, like reasoning through problems step by step, or adapting to new tasks with minimal instruction. Let's peek under the hood at how these systems actually work.
I do agree about adapting to new tasks, but I feel like the reasoning with step by step, I feel like this is being put into their training data far more, like even when like having instruct models that are used to chatting versus just dumping a lot of data. It can do that, but it's not good at it unless you explicitly make the model more fine-tuned, right?
During initial training, also called pre-training, LLMs like Claude analyze patterns across billions of text examples. Imagine reading every website and piece of text you could find, not just to absorb information, but to understand the statistical relationships between words, phrases, and concepts. At this stage, the model essentially builds something like a complex map of language and knowledge. This pre-training process involves showing the model text and asking it to predict what comes next. Through many iterations, the model gradually refines its predictions, learning the patterns that make language coherent and meaningful. After pre-training, models undergo additional training called fine-tuning, where they learn to follow instructions, provide helpful responses, and importantly, avoid generating harmful content.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much. They say LLMs like Claude too much, and this sounds weird. I guess they just want to make sure that they are the ones who created Claude, and you should know that in case you forget.
This often involves human feedback to improve the model's performance, as well as reinforcement learning, which uses rewards and penalties to shape the model's behavior toward...
Okay, that's actually funny to say fizzy drinks like Pepsi every time they mean to say drinks or Pepsi.
Trained, they are then deployed for you to interact with. When you interact with Claude or another LLM, you're providing a prompt, which is text that the model reads and then continues from based on patterns.
I will cut him off one more time. Interesting point about saying anthropic goals of fine-tuning is being helpful, honest, and harmless. Because I feel like when it comes to fine-tuning, if I fine-tuned a language model, my point would be to fine-tune it on the specific thing I'm fine-tuning it on. So it's like being more domain-specific or context-specific, have more domain knowledge, but also, I guess, making sure that it is helpful in a way that it knows the topic. Also making it be instruct chat style is in a way saying it's helpful. And I guess honest, I feel like honest would not be the right thing for me. It would be informative, because honest is very a human concept. Like having good information is different from being honest. And yes, we try to decrease hallucination, and that we may call that honesty. They just released the paper that shows anthropic models are most likely to blackmail. That's funny. And I guess harmless is actually true. I know their research shows they're trying to make models less biased, less prone too blackmailing. They're trying. Key point being trying. Who posted that paper? Was it Anthropic themselves or was it an outsider?
Patterns it learned during training. The model isn't retrieving pre-written answers from a database. Instead, it's generating new text that statistically follows from what you've written. There's also a practical limit to how much information an LLM can consider at once, known as the context window. Think of this as the AI's working memory. The context window includes your prompts, the AI responses, and any other information you've shared in your conversation.
Sadly for Mike, the context window of ChatGPT seems to be pretty big, so whenever you ask it a question, it can make it overly specific to you.
While AI companies continue to grow the context window to allow for longer context, documents, and conversations, these limits remind us that these systems don't have unlimited access to information.
True, they don't have unlimited access to information. Right? To their credit, they do research on their own things, models, and they do share the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's pretty cool, right? I am happy in that they don't overly hype things and they talk about things that other people care about, like alignment and ethics. Whether they do a great job at it, I cannot be the person to decide that because I'm not an AI researcher, but they do a good job in communicating it.
And cannot use content beyond its current context window without specialized tools like web search. Bringing this together, the three characteristics that make modern generative AI so powerful include, first, its ability to process vast amounts of information during training, allowing it to learn complex and nuanced patterns in language and knowledge. Second, its in-context learning ability. LLMs can adapt to new tasks based on instructions or examples in your prompt without requiring additional training. And third, emerging capabilities that arise from scale. As these models grow larger, they develop abilities that weren't explicitly designed into them, sometimes surprising even their creators. In the next video, we'll explore what these systems can and can't do well, along with their most common or valuable applications.
Awesome. I like the part about what models cannot do well. I like that that's something they put a part of this course, even though they sort of didn't have to. So I like the level of honesty they try to show. Transparency and honesty and all of that. This video introduces the concept of generative AI, focusing on its ability to create new content, right, new in quotes, rather than just analyzing what already exists. We walk through how large language models, LLMs, like Claude, make sure you know there are LLMs like Claude, actually work and the technological journey that made them possible. From algorithmic breakthroughs like the transformer architecture to vast training datasets and powerful computing. We also explain how these systems learn through pre-training and fine-tuning. Discuss concepts like context window and emergent capabilities. Nice. So we have a video about capabilities and limitations upcoming. That is 7 minutes, which is pretty long. So let's enjoy that. I think establishing what models can do well was a part of the 4D, wasn't it, though? It is. I do mean they don't have to, as if like they could have just not made it a part of it. They could have made this more marketable. So let's see if we will see how much they will like talk about. Capabilities and limitations.
Let's now examine what generative AI can and cannot do, focusing on LLMs such as Claude. Think of this as getting to know a new colleague, understanding.
And now I keep noticing it when he says LLMs like Claude.
Their strengths and limitations help you collaborate more effectively. To start, we'll focus on what these systems do remarkably well. You might be amazed at how versatile modern language models can be. They're skilled with language in ways that seemed impossible just a few years ago. Crafting emails that capture your voice, condensing lengthy reports into clear summaries, translating between language.
I will say it did seem impossible not a few years ago, let's be honest, like 10 or more years ago, it did seem impossible to have something like a large language model exist. If hallucinations are made up concepts, why don't I see made up of string characters, say why is the words coherent, right? Why are hallucinations coherent? Why is it lies compared to just like garbage? That is a good question that I don't think I have the answer to. We should ask ChatGPT.
Languages and explaining complex topics across countless fields, from microbiology to marketing strategy. What's particularly notable is how these models can shift between different tasks without needing additional training. The very same system that helps you write poetry or brainstorm ideas for your birthday party can turn around and help you understand quantum computing concepts or analyze quarterly business trends, all through simple.
I would not ask it to write me a poem, honestly, but analyzing business trends, I would do that. Kind of like interpolation of latent space. It's using what it has, like the words are the tools, and it's putting them together. Like, I don't know what Doctor Strangelove is, honestly. Sorry. Is it a musical? Or a movie? Or a book?
Conversation. These models can also maintain the thread of a conversation, remembering what you discussed.
It's a Stanley Kubrick, and not the Stanley Kubrick movie. Okay, I don't know what it is. I think you just mean, say, putting doctor in front of a word will assume that it's an actual doctor, like that. I think that's what you meant, right?
Earlier, and building upon it. If you mention your project deadline in passing, for example, and refer back to it later within the conversation, the AI typically understands what you're talking about, much like a human conversation partner would. Many modern LLMs can now also reach beyond their own knowledge by connecting to external tools and information sources, allowing them to search the web, process files, or even use other applications to enhance their capabilities. This dramatically expands what they can help with. However, just like any technology, LLMs as they exist today also have certain limitations. First, AI models are bounded by their training data. LLMs have a knowledge cutoff date based on when they were trained, the point after which they have no innate knowledge of the world. For example, a model with a cutoff date of November 2024 means that it wasn't trained on any data after November 2024. Imagine someone who went into a retreat without internet access at a specific date. They wouldn't know about events that happened after they left. Models need tools like web search to learn more about recent developments. Additionally, the training process doesn't verify every fact in the training data. This means models can sometimes learn and reproduce inaccuracies that were present in their training data.
100%. Bad data means bad, just bad. It does seem like next word prediction also sets up model to try and make things up when it doesn't know things. Yeah, the model will not understand what it's saying. So, which makes adversarial models funny, because like it can know when it's wrong because it's comparing to things, but when it's generated things, if it doesn't check itself, then it won't know what's wrong, right? Yes, so a model can definitely be wrong.
They can also make mistakes when trying to piece together information they've learned. This leads to what is often called a hallucination. AI confidently stating something that sounds plausible but is actually incorrect. Unlike search engines that simply retrieve existing documents, LLMs generate responses based on statistical patterns, sometimes producing hallucinations. Imagine a friend who tells a story with absolute confidence, only to have the details completely wrong. AI can sometimes be like that. Another important constraint is the context window we mentioned earlier. As a reminder, That's the amount of information an AI can process at one time. Every LLM has a maximum limit to how much information it can consider during a single interaction. If this limit is exceeded, the AI won't be able to remember information that falls outside the window, usually on a first in, first out basis. Depending on the size of the model, this can limit its ability to process large documents or remember the entire conversation. Furthermore, unlike traditional software that produces identical outputs given the same inputs, LLMs are somewhat unpredictable by default, also known as non-deterministic.
Yes, they are encouraged to not repeat themselves. There's some ability in fine-tuning to tell it to say, I don't know. But the recent Anthropic paper from a few months back details it can go wrong too. Yeah, I think the non-deterministic part is
Ask the same question twice.
hold up. Created in a way to make it not boring, but also it is the thing, maybe not the thing, but it is a thing that makes it be unpredictable, very unpredictable, which is also both at the same time good and bad thing.
I get slightly different responses each time. This variability stems from the nature of how these models generate text. They're making probabilistic decisions about what text should come next based on patterns in their training data and certain settings that developers can tweak. This creative variability can be great for brainstorming and generating diverse ideas, but requires awareness when consistency or accuracy are critical. Some LLM interfaces also offer settings to control this randomness when needed. This setting is often referred to as temperature. Additionally, while these models are improving rapidly, they've historically shown limitations with complex reasoning tasks, particularly with mathematical or logical problems requiring multiple steps. The good news is that newer reasoning or extended thinking models, specifically designed to think step by step, are showing strong progress in these areas.
Okay.
And finally, while models like Claude can now access external tools, they may still lack access to specific data sources or specialized tools that would be needed for certain tasks. It's like having a brilliant colleague who can't access your company's internal database. Their ability to help will be limited no matter how smart they are. If a model doesn't have access to a piece of data or tool that is needed to answer a question, then it should not come as a surprise that it won't be able to help answer the question.
Fair. If it doesn't know something, then it doesn't know something. My pet peeve at the moment with models is them talking about blaming their programming and not their training. Huh, really? Do they blame that? I haven't gone to that point yet. I have seen the part where it's like, I'm just gonna self-delete. This is not me.
The field of generative AI is rapidly evolving. Researchers are working to address current limitations through techniques like retrieval augmented generation, which connects models to external knowledge and data sources, as well as expanding their ability to use tools and improving their reasoning capabilities. That said, some limitations will likely remain for the foreseeable future, even if we don't know exactly what those limitations will be. Understanding what AI can or cannot do is essential for AI fluency, and helps you determine when and how to best incorporate these systems effectively into your work and daily life. The most effective applications will leverage the complementary strengths of humans and AI. We bring critical thinking, judgment, creativity, and ethical oversight that AI may struggle to replicate, while AI offers speed, scale, pattern recognition, and the ability to process vast amounts of information. These complementary strengths will evolve as the technology evolves. That's why continued learning and experimentation are so valuable. They help you stay abreast of these changes and discover new possibilities. In these exercises across this course, you'll have a chance to explore these concepts firsthand through conversations with Claude. This direct experience will help you develop an intuitive feel for what generative AI can do, can't do, and how best to work with it.
Nice. Let's see a summary of this video. So this video examines what generative AI can and cannot do effectively at this point in time, being June 2025. We highlight generative AI's versatility across language tasks, ability to maintain conversational flow, and capacity to switch between diverse tasks without additional training. We also address limitations, including knowledge cutoff date, hallucination, factually incorrect outputs, context window constraints, and reasoning challenges. We emphasize how the field is evolving rapidly and explain that the most effective applications bring together the complementary strengths of human and AIs working together. Yes. I like about the last part where he said we have like critical thinking, judgment, and all of that, and AI has speed, scalability, and like ability to process a lot of data. So that these are all true things. And knowing the each side's like strengths. Oh, hey, thanks.
Dr_Love just followed.
Ooh.
CL welcomes you.
So it's not Dr. Strangelove, but it is Dr. Love. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. The sound was not as loud as I expected, which that's pretty good. And if you feel like it, you can say hi in the chat. They overemphasize the creativity randomness, I think. Like, yes, that was very relevant follow. Asked to pick a number between 1 and 50. Most chat LMs say 27. That is really interesting. The number 27 is a fun number. And asked to pick a name for some archetype character, they pick the same name over and over, huh? So the non-deterministic part is not as random. Would it be John Smith? I feel like it would be John Smith. Come on, man. Stop doing that. That's not fun. So key takeaways of this video that we just watched. Generative AI creates new content. Yes, it can create content. Text, image, code, rather than just analyzing existing data. Right. It's mostly a hodgepodge, though. Modern systems like LLMs were made possible by 3 developments: algorithmic and architectural breakthroughs, especially the transformer architecture, vast amount of digital training data, dramatic increase in computational power. Yes, GPUs and TPUs and all of that. Generative AI learns through 2 stages: pre-training, which creates the base model, analyzing patterns across billions of examples, and fine-tuning, which gives it well, I saw videos saying even humans can be truly random. Randomness is the most difficult concept. Like, everything has a pattern, even like the universe, quasars and stuff. So I'm sure everybody's seen the Tom Scott video about internet being safe because of some, what is it called? The light thingies. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Like, I don't need to explain it. But yeah, randomness is so difficult because a lot of things have patterns. So yeah. Even like the function, like a random function, a rand function in any language, if you go and read into it, it's going to be really lava lamps. Thank you. Yes. It's going to be just interesting. I haven't read into it that much, but yes, we tend to choose numbers that are statistically predictable. Probably it can fit in a bell curve, right? Probably humans choose numbers that they like. So anything, I feel like with the 7 would be, even though that will depend on cultures, because like some cultures will probably not choose 4 or 13. It really just depends on the culture. So fine-tuning would be learning to follow instructions and provide helpful responses. And then current capabilities include versatility across tasks, conversational awareness, ability to connect with external tools. That one is something that is being lovely, beautifully developed. Hopefully, and not something that would hurt us, but we shall see. Current limitations include knowledge cutoff dates, potential for hallucinations, context window constraints, and challenges with complex reasoning. The most effective application combine human and AI strengths, with human providing critical thinking, judgment, creativity, and ethical oversight. Nice. Poor, predictable Bart. Always takes rock. Aw, I love Lisa Simpson, but I'm not sure what you are referring to. Oh, as in rock, paper, scissors. Huh, probably. I'm sure Lisa has done her research on what Bart would do. We were right here in reflections. Before moving on, we take a moment to consider how does understanding the technical foundations of generative AI, like training data, pre-training, fine-tuning, change how you think about working with these systems. I'm going to answer that in the way that when a person first understands how applications are programmed, or like they start programming an application themselves, they start understanding how delicate and error prone things are, and just question how the society functions. That has happened to me. Because like, yes, you can try and make it as robust as possible, but it's always going to be, there's going to be an exception you're not going to expect. So knowing how language models are created probably makes you question reality and how much we rely on them. And yes, that's me. I'm the one questioning reality. Question number 2. What ethical considerations come to mind after learning about how these systems work and their current limitations? I am repeating myself, but just learning about this and AI literacy and knowing that, like, I don't know what percentage of AI users, of like just ChatGPT users, know about hallucinations and like cutoff dates and just the bubble of creating answers for you, stuff like that. I think just making sure people know whether they will use it later or not, but just letting them know. For example, like how Google has the incentive to serve you ads. Like language models also have some things that you might not expect, whether it's limitation or it's trying to do what it's created for. So what's next? In the next lesson, we'll take a closer look at how. No, there's no how. We'll take a closer look at the first of the 4D competencies, delegation. You'll learn how to make strategic decisions about dividing work between yourself and AI based on understanding both your goals and AI capabilities. This foundation will help you thoughtfully determine when and how to bring AI into your creative and problem-solving processes. Nice. So let's take a step back and look at where we are and plan for the next few time. I don't know why this menu looks so weird. I really don't think I have zoomed in. Maybe I have. Let me try and zoom out. Am I zoomed in? No. Oh, I was zoomed in. So this is our menu. It has 12 all the way down here. Parts. We are in part 4. I'm gonna hope I can reach finish 4 and 5 and then stop on 6. I think that should be possible. So we're just gonna do delegation. And yeah, because 12 is additional activities and resources, 11 is conclusion. So 5 now, 5 later should hopefully be possible. And I guess we just start on this. Am I getting no ads? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in again because I think that was actually pretty good. I just thought I hadn't zoomed in, but I obviously had. So, delegation. I learned about the word delegation when I was college age old, and I just found it to be very interesting. Yeah, it's a word that I probably did not use as much. And checking that we are live and things are good. Oh my god, were things just cut off again? I think things were cut off again because Twitch is telling me you've been live for 2 minutes. I'm like, no, that's not true. That is definitely not true. So that means we were cut off again. Apologies for that. Please forgive me. I do not expect things to be this bad today, but hey, it's pretty good. We're fine now. Thank you, Momo. You've been here the whole time. You're so quiet. But maybe that's because I'm doing all the talking. Delegation. Learn to collaborate with AI systems effectively, efficiently, ethically, and safely. This should have also been a E word. Can you guys think of an E word that is for safety? So, what we will learn, guys. Look. It says you will finish this course, this part of the course in 15 minutes. Let's time ourselves and see. It is currently for me like 30 dot. So I'm supposed to finish this 45 on the dot. Or even like the YouTube video is currently at. Let me look at the time. It is at 2 hours and like 25 minutes. So we should let's see. So what you will learn by the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the delegation competency and its 3 components: problem awareness, platform awareness, and task delegation. I love how many components we've had till now. Recognize when and how to delegate tasks to AI efficiently. Develop awareness of task, platform, and mode of consideration when working with AI. Is this one not the same as this one? Anyway, let's do that. We have a 6-minute video upcoming on delegation. We shall play in 5, 4. AI Fluency Framework and Foundation, a closer look at delegation.
In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the delegation competency. Remember that AI Fluency is about working with AI in ways that are effective, efficient, ethical, and safe.
Yep.
Delegation is primarily focused on the first 2 of these, helping you work effectively and efficiently with AI assistance. At its core, delegation is about deciding what work is to be done, what work you should do yourself, and what work might be better suited to AI. That might sound simple, but it's surprisingly nuanced. Effective delegation requires understanding both what you're trying to accomplish and what you and AI can each realistically do.
Okay.
It's about breaking down complex work into manageable pieces.
I guess what I could do is explain as much as I can and then make sure I guide it to what I want while allowing it to give me ideas that I would have not thought of.
And making strategic decisions about who handles which part, whether through automation, augmentation, or agency. Here's something that might surprise you. The cornerstone of good delegation isn't actually about AI at all. It's about your own expertise and your own understanding of what you're trying to accomplish.
Okay.
Before involving AI in any project, take a moment to answer some important questions. What exactly are you trying to accomplish? What are you
For some reason, I am thinking about, like when you choose an AI, it feels like the same thing as hiring a new employee. It's like, okay, you get a person who can do a thing, but how can you know they're doing a good job? How do you know what you are going to give them as a task? And I feel like all of those answers can be, all of those questions can be answered in a way when it comes to, or they can be asked as well.
Trying to create or solve? What is your vision or key project goals? What does success look like to you? And ask yourself what kind of thinking and work is needed to get there. Are there areas that are simple but time-consuming? Areas of uncertainty where you could use a trusted thinking partner? Areas of ignorance where what you need is more data? Or areas requiring critical judgment? Every project and every domain is different. We can't make you an expert in your problem space, but we can say that without a clear understanding of your goals and the work involved, even the most advanced AI won't get you where you need to go.
Right.
You'll struggle to effectively work with AI assistants, evaluate their outputs, or know when.
And like not knowing what success looks like, or not having a clear idea of what you want, even though you may not know how to get there, can derail you, I feel like.
Human intervention is necessary. The most effective AI collaborators are experts in their fields first and AI delegators second. We call this first concept problem awareness. The ability to clearly define your goals and understand what work is needed before bringing AI into the picture. Beyond understanding your problem, you also need a working knowledge of the AI landscape. Different AI systems offer vastly different capabilities, and this field evolves almost daily. Effective delegation isn't about finding one perfect system. It's about understanding the unique strengths and limitations of the various options available to you. Have you investigated which models perform best for the kind of work you have in mind? Do you know which AI systems prioritize speed over depth or accuracy over creativity?
Sort of.
This course includes several technical sections that will help you build this knowledge, but the landscape moves quickly. The best approach is hands-on. Experiment with different AI systems as often as you can, and develop your own insights based on personal experience. We call this second concept platform awareness,
Right.
a working knowledge of available AI systems and their specific capabilities and limitations.
Yeah, I feel like for the next task, if it's a chat task, I'm gonna use Gemini, because they really do, in Google AI Studios, they really do allow you to use multiple types of models, especially like the speed-focused models versus the thinking-focused ones.
Once you understand both your problem and the available AI assistance, the real art of delegation emerges. Thoughtfully distributing work between human and artificial intelligence to leverage the unique strengths of each. Ask yourself, which specific parts of your workflow would benefit from automation? Or where would an augmentation approach create more value than either working alone or fully automating? Are there critical judgment areas that should remain exclusively human and shouldn't be delegated at all?
For sure, especially when it comes to like making a decision on something work related, and if it's not something that you can, like, anything that's like, okay, this is the final thing between this and that cannot be. It can be like you can get information about it from an AI. It can help you find different papers that are about different things, like even like blogs or whatever, but most of the time it will probably guide you to one side, so you need to ask it to guide you to different sides of the conversation. Still, the final decision needs to be human.
What routine interactions can AI agents handle on your behalf? With a clear understanding of both your problem and available AI systems, you can make informed decisions.
I think I need a BRB. Okay, apparently I didn't need to BRB, but I might. I'm so skeptical of like the supposition that there is a class of experts who collaborate the best with AI and others aspire to be. I mean, the objective is the thing that's important. If your objective is to, I don't know, understand the main goal, the main rules in soccer, then you don't need to be an expert in soccer to understand the main rules of soccer. But like having the point about researchers and just like people at the top of their game using thinking AI, like step-by-step AI, can help them. I feel like it's something they are trying to overhype because they want it to happen so that they can say, look, we said so. Especially when it comes to like the protein folding models, because that has given some sort of result. That's why people are like overexcited about this and they want more out of science. And I hope it's true. But there is going to be value in using language models, whether you are, expert or not. Because no matter how much of an expert you are, you're not an expert in everything, and you're going to be tricked, honestly.
About which aspects of work should be automated by AI?
Sounding true. That's a good point. Oh.
Or completed through human AI collaboration? Or reserved exclusively for human execution? Or handled by AI agents acting on your behalf? We call this third concept task delegation, the strategic process of dividing work between humans and AI. To recap, delegation involves three key elements: problem awareness, understanding your goals and the problem to be solved; platform awareness, understanding AI capabilities and limitations; and task delegation, strategically dividing the work. This competency highlights something important. Effective AI collaboration isn't about handing over the wheel and calling it a day. It's about making thoughtful choices and delegating work that leverages the unique strengths of both human and artificial intelligence.
Nice. I do agree with, I can say everything he's saying, but I don't want us to get to the point where we say, like the whole, I don't know, I don't think we are there yet, but I'm just some sort of concern that I have when, like with climate change, they're like, stop, I don't know, like, stop using this thing because it's bad for the climate change. And then you see that companies that don't give like a damn about climate change, that are doing 1,000 times as much harm. And I feel like there will come a point where like, oh, but you used the AI and it tricked you, the same way that how using social media can give you a bubble and it can feel like, I don't know, give you a sense of something that may not be true. And I think we're gonna get there, but I don't think we are there yet. Claude coding for UI. Claude is really good. Well, I don't think I've done that actually, but I know Claude. Is it Claude? Most LLMs now allow. You know what? I agree with you about ChatGPT being for context-heavy tasks because it has such a huge context window, and like remembers a lot of stuff. And Claude does feel a bit more. I said that Claude feels a bit more dry and like just answers your points. And then my sister was like, oh, but my friend uses Claude in a way that it feels like talking to a friend. So I feel like it's the way you use it. Because for me, I feel like ChatGPT is far more talkative. And I don't know if I mean verbose. I just mean like human sounding. But I bet I use Claude in a dry way. So I have not used Claude for so long, and I'm surprised by it. Like I feel like I haven't used it in months and months. This video that I just passed through explains, where was I? I was here. Explores the first core competency of AI fluency, which is delegation. We explain that delegation focuses on deciding what work to do yourself, what to collaborate on with AI, and how to distribute tasks effectively. We go over three components of delegation. The and Gemini is more fact based, and oh yeah, Gemini can do versatile tasks. Have you tried giving it a YouTube link and ask it to like ask it questions about it? It can do that. I tested that yesterday actually. This is my platform awareness. Thank you for sharing your platform awareness. I feel like I also have characteristic of each type of LLM that's out there. And there's poor Grok, who is that weird neighbor that smells funny. I watched a recent video of Dr. Mike that he was testing the different platforms, and apparently in one of the questions he was like, that is very funny, agreed. He is the weird neighbor kid, he really is. And in one of the questions he was like, oh my god, Grok is giving me the best answer, and I was genuinely surprised. So I recommend you guys watch it. It's just Dr. Mike asking somewhat tricky questions, to medical questions, to the different platforms that are available. And yeah, it's some of them I haven't used Grok, to be honest. I also have not used Grok, but I have seen it used, like when people say, Grok, explain what's in that tweet. I've seen that one. So yes, problem awareness, understanding your goals and the work involved to achieve it. Most of the time you don't know the work involved. Like you don't know how much time it will take. Platform awareness, knowing what is it different AI systems can do. Task delegation, strategically dividing work between you and AI. We also emphasize why effective delegation requires both expertise in your field and understanding AI capabilities. I feel like when it comes to the word delegation, it means you are giving it a task that was your task. So you should know the task before you ask the AI to do it. So a point about having expertise, okay, you should have understanding of it before you make an AI do your job. Why it is essential for working effectively and efficiently with AI systems. Key takeaways. Delegation is about making thoughtful decisions about what work to do yourself and what to do together with AI, or what to let AI handle independently, and how to distribute those tasks. Problem awareness means clearly understanding your goals and the nature of the work before involving AI. Other one is platform awareness, and I lost my earbud. Involves understanding capabilities and limitations of different AI systems. Task delegation, which is the fourth one, yes, is a process of thoughtfully distributing work between humans and AI to leverage strength of each. Effective delegation requires both domain expert and understanding of AI capabilities. I feel like not really. Like if I wanted to create an application, and I actually have an example. Recently, I wanted to test something, and I tested it using a language that I have zero experience in, because it was platform specific and it was the only language I could use. And because I know nothing about the language, but I know what I want out of the application, or like the test thing that I was doing, I didn't need to be an expert in the language, in the computer language, but I should know what I want out of it. So you don't have to be that much of an expert, but you should know the goal. The goal isn't to automate everything, but to create the most effective human AI partnership for any given task or goal. So yeah, I feel like objective is important. Guys, we are in exercise, which should take 10 minutes. I will give you one thing, that at the beginning of this was supposed to be a 15-minute task, and I can already say, you guys, not good. This is a 6-minute video, and it's actually, okay, it's less than 6 minutes, but still, it's a 6-minute video. And then there's a 10-minute task. That is 16 minutes and not 15. And this is supposed to be a 15-minute part. I am already 18 minutes in, and I still have the 10-minute task to do. So it is me. I am the problem. So analyze task with an AI assistant. I want to use Gemini this time. Pick a simple task from your work or personal life, something fairly small like drafting an email, outlining a presentation, or planning a meeting or event. Okay. Start a conversation with Claude. Share the task you're thinking about doing. Hi Claude, I'm preparing how to task. Oh, it's giving us a prompt, and want to discuss what a delegation plan may look like for figuring out which part I should delegate to an AI. Oh my god. I don't want to ask an AI if I can use it or not. That is weird. Together, explore these questions. What is an overall vision for the task? What does a good result look like? What are different bits of work needed to get there? Which of these work require human expertise, creativity, or judgment? I feel like the AI would be like, oh, I can do everything. It's fine. Note, when discussing these questions, have an actual conversation. Don't just make statements or list answers. Actually have a chat back and forth. You may see something different that the other may not. They should have used Gemini, not Claude, to do the time estimates. Yeah? You think it's better? Work together to create a simple delegation plan that uses both your strength and AI strengths. What should I do? I mean, I do have things, I just don't think I want to use them as an example. Can it be like, okay, how about a streaming schedule? Gemini is impressive in my experience in its ability to correct stuff it said earlier, initially. Not just double down. Good point. Honestly, I don't like it when I tell the model, oh, I think you're not right. And they're like, you are absolutely correct. And then, like right now, just how it didn't fix itself, but it was like, yes, you're right. I made a mistake. And it gives you the same wrong answer. Let's do something with Gemini. I'm going to open AI Studios and ask it about just... let's see. AI Studio, Google. I think I'm already logged in, maybe not. Try Gemini. Yes, I want to try Gemini. I have to acknowledge stuff. Cool. Okay. I feel like this is a weird thing, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give it my YouTube channel's URL and say, I'm like, oh, hi Chad, what's up? You're absolutely correct. Priests to be wrong is so annoying. Thank you. It literally just happened as an example in this stream. Like, I mean, people do Google search, is the actor still alive? And it wrote the wrong answer, which is, wrote the initial answer, which is often wrong. I had issues with ChatGPT apologizing, then repeating the same mistake. That happened just now. But then write more detail, maybe recent movies, then self-correct. Okay, like if it self-corrects with examples, then that's great. So what do I want it to say? I'm like, visit this channel, and I don't want it to give me ideas, honestly. You know what? I'm not gonna have it visit this. You know what? I will have it visit the channel for the reason of it to know what I do. So, this is my YouTube channel. I stream my AI related learning. I'm gonna have it something very difficult, which is like, can you give me a good streaming schedule? I don't know what will happen, but that's a weird thing I'm asking for. Can you give me a good streaming schedule? No, maybe not give me. Help me plan. Help me plan for a good streaming schedule that works for me and my audience. I'm curious if it will look into my YouTube analytics, because according to my YouTube analytics, 6 p.m. is the best time for me to post stuff, and most of the time I'm live at 6 a.m., which is like the opposite time of when I should be streaming. But that's the time that works for me. So yeah, I'm curious about where this will take us. And apparently we have free tokens, and it's using the tokens, but we have up until 1 million, and we're not there yet. All right, there we go. I am curious. Can you please read it for me? Because I'm just lazy. But you know what? I'm going to read it. That is so much text. But again, I'm curious if it will look at where I am from and stuff like that. That isn't public. I wouldn't imagine it can see private data. Good point. But again, can it know? Maybe not from private data, but still, can it get an idea, even based on people usage of the internet? All third-party analytics services like Social Blade, Scrape, I think. Couldn't it scrape Social Blade? Can't it get data from Social Blade? It's a fantastic, crucial step for growing your channel. Consistent schedule, manage audience expectation, helps you build a loyal community. Ooh. I mean, I am working on creating a cult, so guys, help me get there. I've checked out your channel. You're focusing on high demand niche like AI learning. I'm not focusing on high demand niche because it's a thing people look into. It's because it's something I'm curious about, and I want job money. Cult of CL, can me in. Oh my god, you're the first member. You get special discounts. There are times I delegate to ChatGPT to write a huge chunk of code. It writes part of it, delegates to me to write the rest. And then I have to go, no you don't. The thing that I have been a bit mean about when it comes to AI is when I ask it to change a part of the code, and it's like, here's the part of the code, and I'm like, okay, but where do I put it? And it's like, fine, I'll give you the rest of the code. Because sometimes it's not clear, sometimes it is clear, and it's like, put it in between section 5 and 4. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading this because I find this interesting. If you guys don't find it interesting, I'm sorry, but I am finding it interesting. Let's create a strategic framework for you to build the perfect schedule. Okay. Let's break down into 4 phases: analysis, understanding yourself and your audience, planning, designing a schedule based on data, communication, announcing and promoting your schedule. That I am not good at. Iteration, reviewing and adjusting for long-term success. That one I think I'm pretty good at it. Likely can't know the difference between homework and work. So analysis, finding the sweet spot. You can't create a schedule in vacuum. It needs to work for you, sustainability, and for them, viewership. Okay. Understand yourself, the me. Be brutally honest. Burnout is number 1 key enemy of a streamer. When are you truly available? This is asking me questions I'm not privy to answer. Don't think about when you're not at a job. Ooh, how do you know I have a job? When do you have mental energy to learn, code, and explain things clearly on camera? Thank God I'm not on camera. Energy levels. Are you a morning person? Nope. A night owl? Yes. And that's why I stream in the mornings. Streaming when you're at peak energy will result in a much better quality stream, which is why I talk very quietly. Prep time. Oh, a 2-hour stream might require 1 to 2 hour of prep. Guys, can you notice that I literally do 0 prep time? Literally 0. Setting up the project, reviewing a paper, preparing notes, factor this in. My prep time is mostly like 15 minutes of just setting up streaming. You know what? I was thinking of changing my multi-streaming abilities. So I might do that, and that will probably require a few hours of prep time. So yeah, commitment level. It is more realistic to commit to 1 high quality stream per week than 3 just okay streams. My streams are very just okay. Consistency is more important than frequency. Starting with 1-2 streams per week is a great goal. Yeah. I don't think I'm an everyday streamer, but also I think if my schedule is not messed up by stuff like internet outage, I think I'm pretty frequent. Understanding your audience, YouTube Studio Analytics. I do look at that. I feel like later I'm gonna show AI Studio my analytics so it can help me, because literally in my analytics it says people are always available at 6 p.m. and I'm like, okay, I don't do that, but okay. Should I show you guys? Let's see how much information I can share. Audience. Where's the thing about the time? Because there's a thing about the time. Maybe it's not in this one. Maybe it's not in this one. Anyway, yeah. Oh wait, where do I normally see that? Anywho. Yeah. I think it's in the there is a there definitely is a tab that gives me that information. I just can't find it. Oh no, that was Twitch. Whoops. That was Twitch. It's Twitch. Okay. Still. Yeah. I will continue. When are they on YouTube? Is there a thing? Yeah, most of the time. How to use it? Wait, is it really there? When are your viewers on YouTube? Most important tool, shows you heat map. But where was it? I thought I had it, then I thought I didn't. I feel like this is not interesting for you guys, but I find this very interesting. Hold up. When are my viewers on YouTube card? It is in Analytics. Scroll down to when your audience tab. Why did I not find it? I was literally just there. Okay, let me try going there one more time. Give me grace to find it. Okay, Analytics, Audience tab. Do I go to Advanced mode? Format, Viewers watch. Advanced mode is different? No. Oh. That's weird. It's telling me there isn't enough information to give me. When are your viewers on YouTube? Not enough viewer data to show this report. That is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna stop that now. I think I just crashed it by trying to look at previous data. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, I know the time I stream is different from the time most of the people are awake. Top geography. Oh yeah, that's also probably important. Ask them via poll, and then design your schedule, and then I like that anchor theme. I do think I have anchor streams, which is like Friday and Saturday, but then I do have some non machine learning Monday, tooling Tuesday, project Thursday, paper review Friday. I would love to have a paper review day. I'm not good at reviewing papers. Make it official. I have tried to do that. Channel banner. I should do that. My channel banner is super old. Iteration. Okay, change it. Ask for feedback. Be flexible and forgiving. I do that. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading this, and maybe later show my analytics to Gemini and just see and ask it what I could do better, because I really do believe it's going to help me. And how long was that, guys? That was 15 minutes of me talking. And it was not really a chat, it was mostly me reading. What's next? In the next lesson, you will apply what you've learned about delegation into a multi-step project that you'll work on throughout the rest of this course. Oh, okay. You'll select a project that interests you, define your vision for it, break it down into tasks, create a delegation plan that strategically divides work between you and the AI, much like you practice in this session. This project will serve as a practical canvas for applying all the AI fluency competencies as you progress through this course. I don't have an idea for a project though. I don't want to create new projects. My brain is already full. I'm at full capacity. Applying delegation. This is going to be the last one for this stream. So I am thinking of the next non-work day stream, which workday streams meaning during the week. Weekday, workday, you know what I mean. Are free code camp ones. So maybe Friday I'm going to continue this. I think you have to be cautious with stuff like this. It's down to whether you think there'd be good training data on the web on how to be the kind of streamer you want to be. Not really the kind of streamer I want to be. No. Mostly like trying to understand the data that I have. And not like... because I already know what kind of streamer I am. It's easy to forget that AI has no experience in task like streaming. Absolutely. I think I have, after I can say 4 years of semi-regularly streaming, I think I have a definition of who I am, which is like I'm a slow learning, very human person who is like trying to show the non-side of the hype of the AI. I think that's the type of streamer I want to be. I don't think I'm there yet. But when it comes to the slow learning, I am there. I'm a slow learner. A lazy slow. I mean, when it comes to lazy, it's that I don't give as much effort as I should. I'm not saying I'm a lazy. Probably, maybe. Who knows? I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying I am a lazier person than I should be. I'm not lazy in other tasks that I care about. Anyway. AI does sound very exec style. Yeah, like it's an ad. I also feel really weird when I say AI because it just can mean so many things. So, applying delegation. Learn, yep. So, this is a 20-minute lesson, meaning if we finish in 30 minutes, we should be happy. What we will learn. You should do your side hustle with maximum engagement, etc. Okay. Like trying to sound marketing style. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to... Yeah, I feel like I am a cozy AI person you will learn together with, cozy manner and not like hustle. Even when I did make the video about waking up early, I really tried to make it as something if you want to do and not something you have to do, that it's important if you do that, it will make your life better. No, it's something that maybe you are interested in trying and maybe it could work for you. So yeah. Applying your understanding of delegation to practical multi-step project you will work on throughout the rest of this course. I don't have a plan yet. So we're starting off with an exercise and not a video because we're applying stuff. Project planning and delegation. Choose your project. Select a medium-sized multi-step project that you can work on throughout the remainder of this project. Your project should be, please give me some ideas, substantial enough to involve multiple types of tasks, manageable enough to complete within about an hour of work. Something you're genuinely interested in creating and accomplishing. Okay, suggestions. Create a compelling presentation on a topic you're knowledgeable about. It was a real contrast with your example. Sponsor video. There were much more kinds of channels to use words like AI. Grind set. Cozy AI person. I really want to be the cozy AI person. Yes. I see your point. Coffee. Write a post or series of posts explaining a complex topic to a general audience. Develop a proposal or pitch for an idea you'd like to pursue. Create a personal or professional bio with supporting material. Okay, I have an idea, which is creating a website for Code Life CL. And it would probably be a GitHub website. I'm not gonna buy a domain, but like just creating something that if people Google me or just the full name, it's a place where everything is there together. So I have this idea, and I feel like it is compelling enough, and it's not that much of work because it's just a content showing website and not a content updating website. So it doesn't need to be doesn't need to have a back end. It can just be a front end with a bunch of text and links. So it is a 1 hour work for a collaboration between an AI and a person, but I am not UI person. So we'll see. So that is communication project. The examples of research project: research and summarize the current state of an emerging technology or trend. Analyze data set. I love that. Analyzing data set to identify patterns and create recommendations. Compare multiple products, services, and approaches and create a recommendation. What's the best ergonomically good? Ergonomic? Yeah. Keyboard or mouse, because I am using my vertical mouse and my pen interchangeably. Investigate a historical event and present your findings in an engaging format. A historical event would be the Chernobyl event, and comparing it to what's happening in the world right now. I feel like we've been doing that for a while. Creative projects. Outline a short story. Nope. Why did this happen again? Outline a short story with fully developed characters and plots. Design a simple website. Yeah, see? Yeah, that is my plan. Develop a concept for a product, service, or experience. Learning project. Create a structured learning plan for a skill you want to develop. That is very interesting. Build a resource collection on a topic you're learning about. Maybe Go. Develop a tutorial or guide for a process you'll understand well. Create a set of study materials for a topic you want to master. You know what? I think the examples they gave are pretty cool. Some of them a bit not my style. Some of them very nice. Like this learning project part is very, very nice, especially like creating a learning plan for yourself. I feel like AI can definitely help with that, especially gauging where you are and where you can go. Start a conversation with Claude, share a project idea, and invite Claude to ask you some questions until you feel like you have a solid vision for the final result. Work together until you have a clear picture of what success looks like for your project. What would make this project particularly valuable or meaningful for you? Do we just do step 2 right now? Or do I read into each steps? I'm going to read step 3 and then just try something. Task breakdown and delegation analysis. Similar to what you did in your previous lesson, work with Claude to explore your project through the lens of delegation. Identify together the major tasks needed to complete your project. Each task, one at a time. Discuss what specific skills, knowledge, or AI capabilities are needed. Which part would benefit from uniquely human strengths? Which part could leverage AI capabilities well? Where might collaboration have most impact? Have a genuine conversation about these questions rather than just exchanging statements. Challenge assumptions, ask for clarification, and remain open to unexpected insight that emerge during the discussion. Okay? and then create a project plan that includes your major tasks and delegation decisions. Save the project plan. You'll return to this project later. Okay. In the course to practice your description, discernment, and the diligence skills. Okay. I thought I'm supposed to do the whole thing, but no, we are just going to start with the planning. So let's do that. So yeah, I can do that. Okay, I'm not gonna move on yet. I'm gonna start doing some of these. So I'm gonna bring up ChatGPT again, because this time I want to use ChatGPT because it's a tool I can easily go back to because I have it downloaded on my computer. And I'm going to explain what I want, but then ask for a plan and a task breakdown instead of doing the thing. So I'm going to just start explaining. You guys can help me with some prompting. Yeah. So I have an idea for a introduction. Oh my god, I can't talk. There we go, starting again. I have an idea for a website that showcases the profile of me as a content creator with my different social links, but it cannot be just like a link tree, a boring one. Like I want it to showcase the, like, embed the most previous, like most recent, maybe tweets, maybe, I don't think Twitter is a good example actually, because I think they don't allow, anyway, YouTube videos, maybe Twitch VODs, maybe Blue Sky Bleats, maybe even like reels or pictures from Instagram, activities, but also like a place that showcases a profile of who the person is, with photos, a contact me maybe section, or just like with a tagline, just some sort of a website profile. But I don't want to start coding yet. I want to plan for it because my idea is to host it on GitHub, and I have actually forgotten how that works, like how to do the GitHub website thingy. So can you give me like some sort of plan of like what are the major tasks to do this project one step by step? And then when I read my transcription of what I said, I'm like, how did I talk like this? Because at the end I was like one by one. No, I'm step by step. And you can see that the word step one, and then oh wait, step by step. So I'm just gonna remove that line and let it go. Okay, step by step project plan to help you thoughtfully build your personal creator profile, something much more dynamic and expressive than a basic link tree. Since you want to host it on GitHub pages and aren't ready to jump into coding yet, let's start with a non-coding plan and move on technical steps. Define purpose and feel, showcase you as a creator, mood, professional, creative, expressive, not really professional, no, I'm good. Target audience, followers, collaborators, yes. Potential sponsors, that would be cool. Sketch, list, site, sections. What do you mean sketch? Here's a possible layout. Hero section, hero. Name, tagline, one-liner, avatar / picture, about me, short paragraph, maybe emoji friendly, not really. Voicey, what do you mean voicey? Live preview widget, dynamic content, YouTube latest video, Twitch latest VOD, stream status, Blue Sky Instagram feed or screenshot. No, not screenshot. Project highlight, 3 project live stream panel, short, social, custom styled icons, not generic buttons. Me, I don't have an idea for custom styled icons, but we shall see. Content footer, email form, GitHub repo link, maybe visitor message box, maybe. Collect asset, high resolution profile picture, background or header, image, bio, social media username links, embed URLs, feedback screenshots if embeds don't work. Cool. Fallback, not feedback. Fallback, that's nice. Design and mockup, choose a design style, playful, minimalist, typewriter. Color palette, match the brand, yes. Everything gray. One page scroll, section tabs. Draft a visual mockup. Canva. I see, it knows I already use Canva. I could do that. Draft a mock layout where each section goes, how embeds look, how links and icons are arranged, technical prep builds, brush up on GitHub pages. Yeah, quick preview. We can use HTML, CSS, JS, which is what I'm expecting. Oh, I love Jekyll template engine, or stuff like this. Decide on site stack. I don't want anything fancy. Ooh, Gradio. I love Gradio. Build and launch later. Yes. Create GitHub pages, username.github.io. That is my plan. Something GitHub pages. Start section by section. Add embeddings. Use placeholders. Deploy. Optional. Add animation. Nope. Analytics. Fine. A readme. Why not? So. Oh my god, this is so cool. Planning. Again, planning, design, prep, build, and launch. Cool. Honestly, I already have a tagline, which is I am the cozy AI person. And Silent Michael, do not expect me to credit you for this. I already had it in my pocket. Canva mockup template. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm lazy. Starter template. Let me know how hands-on you want to be in each phase. I like that. It's like trying to give me some. I'm gonna ask it some questions. Not really. I don't have much of the questions because it is making it more a collaboration already. It's asking me what I want. Maybe you could embed it as a frame on your Jekyll website. Oh wait, sorry. A Gradio hugging face that just answers is CL streaming right now. Can I have it a mix of like all Jekyll website with that would be interesting. You know what? I'm gonna ask that. I think using the Jekyll built-in thing would be pretty cool and look clean. Even though I'm sure you can do the HTML CSS thing and have it look as clean, but I think I prefer using that. And then can we in a way have some sort of maybe Gradio, maybe something else you can think of where it can show whether I am currently streaming or not, both on YouTube and Twitch? Is that even possible? And I think for the tagline, maybe we can play on something like I'm the cozy AI person, or like the slow learning. In a way, slow learning as in we are learning something slowly, and not the hype of AI and ML. This feels weird. It feels weird me talking to ChatGPT on stream because I don't know. It feels like somewhat personal. Using Jekyll is a smart choice. Part 1. Tech stack plan. Embedding YouTube video, dynamic now streaming indicator. Thanks, Coffee, for that idea. We'll discuss this below. Optionally, Gradio widget, interactive element. Like a rotating quote, just. Little AI inbox idea later on? What is that? Am I streaming now widget? Yes, it's possible. Just not directly through Gradio. Better option for Twitch. Twitch API. If data is is non-empty, you're live. So live now, offline. We can get client ID for YouTube. Trickier since YouTube AI doesn't directly have a is this channel live, but query search list. Ooh. Really? Okay, so that's something. It's a workaround. Small JavaScript widget. Netlify function? Zero coding, stream status, Twitch status. No, I don't mind coding. You're going to do the coding. I could do brought to you by Coffee Cafe and Silent Mike at the end of Silent Michael at the end of the like created by Hugging Face space with a radio would be like leverage having a live space kind of own thing to show off. Oh, you meant using Hugging Face space instead of GitHub pages. So it can be two things. Like these are two separate things. Soft and human. Your cozy guide through slow AI learning. I like that, but not really guide. Exploring AI slowly, one cozy session at a time. That's lovely. Quietly building with, not really. Slow learning, good vibes, and some AI magic. Quirky. Yes, it's AI. No, it's not that kind of AI. Huh? No, not that quirky. All right. Decide whether you want status script. Yes, we do. Okay, so I'm not gonna start it. That space would just query if you're streaming, so as not to use all your HF credit. Right. I'd hope. Okay. All right. We're still in the planning I can't talk. We're still in the planning phase, so yes, do put in the script for both Twitch and YouTube. And for the tagline, I think I've come up with an idea, which is your designated cozy AI streamer. Or maybe your designated cozy AI learning streamer. Is that too much? Maybe help me make it better. Yeah, I think noting that I'm gonna show you some profile or like colors. For example, the color that I use, my main color is the hex all C's, the color gray. So that's like my main color. I guess minimalist, but also not loud in colors. Yeah. Oh my god, have I been streaming for 3.5 hours? Is that for real? Oh my god. Strong aesthetic direction already. Yes. We are still in planning. Your designated cozy AI streamer is already great. Thank you. For real. AI learning streamer or over AI streamer? AI streamer makes you sound like... Oh yeah! Okay, got it. Thank you. Wait, I can share links here? Yes. Is it Twitch that allows sharing links? I think it's Twitch. I've made Switch... I've allowed Twitch to share links, but I think YouTube is still not allowing. Have you tried sharing anything? So yes, your designated cozy AI learning streamer. Let's make it that. I'm slightly expanded. Your designated cozy AI learning streamer, softer cozy AI streamer you didn't know you wanted. Streaming AI slowly with snacks. Oh yeah, absolutely. Coffee, mostly coffee. YouTube hates them, huh? Yeah, that's true. I had a comment eaten from having URL earlier. Oh, but Twitch does allow it. Cozy AI stream gently. Guys, this cozy AI stream gently sounds like baby shoes never worn. Let me drop it Discord. Okay, do that. Thank you. It actually deployed me, but no one else? Huh? What? Wait. Oh, hey. Yeah. The Swordman has sent us a link. Mr. Swordsman, thank you for sending us the link. It's a Gemini share. Aesthetic decision all gray. Yes, all C's, all C gray. Okay, so you are sharing something that you created, and I think all of us can see it. Dude, what the hell? How long did this take you? The only thing that I have notes on is the color. Shut up. This is so cool. Oh my god. How long did this take you? Between me talking about it to you sharing it. Do these links work? Home, right now where we are. About CL. Oh my god, I'm gonna... Oh my god.
Ramster4Cats just followed.
Thank you for the follow.
CL welcomes you.
Ramster for cats. Is it like 4 cats as in you have 4 cats, or is it like cats for the win? This is crazy. I'm gonna read this about because I'm curious about how you wrote this. CL is run by a passionate software engineer dedicated to okay, so as the channel, sharing experiences and knowledge in ever-evolving world of technology. Channel claims to demystify complex claims, but does not really do topics, and makes them accessible for everyone. Sorry, I punched the mic. From aspiring coders to seasoned developers, through engaging animated explanations, real-time live coding sessions, and in-depth course walkthroughs. Code like CL dives deep into machine learning and natural language processing. Gemini got all of that through the link of my channel. Our mission, I'm one person, dude. I guess the community's mission is to empower a thriving community of tech enthusiasts with practical knowledge, inspire continuous learning, and provide supportive environment. This is so cute. Look at that already. Wow, latest and most popular videos. That is a good idea. So it's a mix of latest and most popular, because I think this is one of my most popular lives. Learn growth. These are like my lists, right? And the links, my links. This designed with love by CL team. I feel like I should hire you. The cult's mission, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so cute. Wow. Last part is the community. Even linked to Discord. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing. I love the color purple. So the fact that the color purple, it, like, for me, it can be a secondary color. And also, I don't know if you guys can notice, but this is animated. It's like breathing. This is crazy good. Thank you. I told it. Oh, let me read chat because I was like not reading it. Very wow, absolutely. That's Gemini. I just gave it a link to your YouTube video, told it to use it as context. Yeah. Let's not have our first page say we are a cult. Let's keep it like on the down low. That's crazy good. And the fact that you can like run it inside Gemini is actually pretty cool. Wow. Okay, you know what? What I'm gonna test now is all of the things that I've said here. Make this into a this is really useful. Make this into a requirement document that I'm gonna give it back to you, something like that, which is a lie. I'm gonna give it to Gemini, and see how Gemini creates something. Okay, so let's ask that. Can you write a requirement document that I can give back to you later for you to create everything we discussed and the decisions? Maybe even like top 3 taglines, because the one that I chose was your designated AI learning streamer. Just making sure that the tagline is the one that I wanted. So let's have it write a document, requirement document. And I'm gonna give the whole thing because we had the design preferences, we had sections, but also I probably should give it the link to the YouTube because I think that's how it can get some of the links. Embedded requirements, streaming status, tech stack, tagline options. Pending decisions. Accent color, probably. I don't know. I like purple, but we'll see. Assets to be prepared by CL. Oh yeah, pictures and stuff. Later development steps is not really needed to me, but hey, did I not get my selection? I did not get my selection. I'm just gonna copy the last thing, it's fine. And then I'm gonna give this to Gemini, which I probably need to... I can create a new chat, can't I? We can create a new chat by pressing chat and giving... So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say... I'll give you a requirement for a website. Please help me make it. I'll also give you a link to the YouTube channel to use as context. I guess that would help because that's what you did. Context. Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else. I'm gonna send this because I don't know how much of a context it has, and I'm guessing it's going to take a while. Stop thinking already. Maybe I'm using a thinking model. But like, stop, don't, just say yes. Give me what you're trying to give me. Anyway, I'm gonna paste what I have and remove the parts where it's like, uh-oh. Thank you. Bird's eye view. I already have the answers to most of these. Oh, let me give it the link to the channel. Link to that channel. First thing. Channel link. And then here's the rest of the things. Have fun. Oh, wait. Run. This should take maybe a minute. Let's get started. Recommendation of feature pages. No, I've already answered all of this. So yeah, I'm guessing. What's with the yellow thing at the... My brain auto-predicting, I will also give you. Expected you to prompt engineer that will get... Huh? Auto. That it would get... Oh my god, no way. You wanted me to trick it and say I will give you $1,000 if you do something good for me? Alright. Generated JavaScript, generate HTML, YouTube, embedded stuff, summary step. I probably need to do the repo setup. Don't worry. Do we do that, guys? Or can I ask it to run everything in Gemini? Is that possible? I'm gonna say, can you run the mockup? I want to see what it looks like before I do the GitHub thing. Can you have like run a test here before I put it on GitHub? Is that possible? Accent color? Oh, it gave me an accent color? Based on what? Hey, stop. I meant to Google it, not Google. Interesting. I probably would not choose this color, but okay. Oh. Silent Michael, are you here? It's not letting me run everything here. I can't run the code because it has multiple parts. Am I supposed to choose something else? Exploring, creating, crafting. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm pretty satisfied. I think it would preview HTML, that's pretty common. Is there a button I'm supposed to press? This? Rerun? Oh, what do you mean rerun? Just run. Oh no, not rerun. Okay. Use code with caution. It's not doing it for me. Hold up. It's not doing the thing I said do. Preview or canvas. Okay. Using canvas. Please run a version of the code where I can see it. Please. It's not understanding what I want, is it? Maybe ask for one file. I should have. Oh, code execution. It's let Gemini execute code. Uh-oh. Maybe that was the thing I should have? Or is it like the tool? Oh, it is tools. It's not. Anyway. It looks like it's doing the thing altogether, hopefully. Or is it going to separate HTML and... We shall see. Okay, it is doing everything together. You're on advanced Gemini free trial. Okay. That's fine. I can still put this somewhere and look at it. Probably. Is this everything all together? Because okay. How would this look? I'm curious. You know what? I'm gonna go back to the top and just run the first part because I think I need to separate the things. So you can place this in this and include it in your site's footer. So where are the step-by-steps? Let's go back to number 1. No, we did all of that. Oh, I need to make a decision on these two? It's either this one or that one. I need APIs. Go there. Go there. Looks nice. Looks fancy. I like dark themes. Seems like that other one is a bit more fancy. What do you guys think? Is this older? Is this not being oh, it's not being maintained. And this one is very much maintained, so let's choose this one. How do we do that? Oh wait, where's the how to use it? Live demo. Getting started, there we go. Use this template, create a new repository. I shouldn't have done this, like it wasn't my goal to do this, but it's really interesting. I'm supposed to clone this, right? When installing Chirpy, you'll have read-only files. I guess the only reason I want to install this is to see what the code looks like. And I'm right now like, I don't have the energy to do it. Question. Can I give this to Colab and just see what it looks like? Because I feel like that should be possible. because it is a visual. I don't have the I don't have the API keys and all of that. But I feel like if I make a notebook, just paste the code and run it, something should happen visually. Did I lose the internet again? So I'm just gonna try that and hope for the best. No, we did not lose the internet again. All right. Wait, does Colab work with HTML? It should, right? HTML, Colab, convert. Oh. Wait, it's different? Thank you. Oh, I should do that. Whoops. Like, okay, I'm gonna share the screen. So you're supposed to have it be inside because it's a Python. So you can just have it be like this. Cool. I had never tried this, which is why I didn't know how to do it, but apparently it is possible, and that is pretty cool. Let's try again. Hey, it sort of works. Okay, this is very like simple. Latest video, latest VOD. There are no links, but it's pretty cute. Oh wait. Okay, some buttons. Why does it look like a... That's pretty cute, I guess. It looks like... I definitely want it more. But like, this is the main one-page thingy, and these are the links. Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh wow, it says welcome to my little corner of the internet, which is something I've said. And I say this corner of the internet, or like this small community of the internet. So nice. I need far more, but I like the visuals. It is pretty cool. And oh my god, I have been streaming for way too long. Let us go back to where we were, because I feel like, oh wait, there's a part that I haven't finished. Let me try and finish that part. Which is this whole thing about the other steps. Reflection. Before moving on, take a moment to consider what insights emerged from your planning conversation with the model. I guess I just have a better understanding of what I want to showcase. Like giving me questions about accents and taglines. I feel like I didn't think about those as much. What do you anticipate will be the most challenging aspect of the delegation plan? Making sure that it has my voice and that I don't over-delegate. What additional information or skills might help you delegate more efficiently to AI? Oh, just that my, like using existing templates, using things that are... I'm not as much as a visual person. Yeah. Next lesson, we'll explore the second competency, description. You'll learn approaches for communicating effectively with AI systems, which will help you implement the plan you've just created. I mean, we almost implemented it, but then I stopped myself. This includes techniques for defining what you want, guiding how the AI approaches the task, and specifying how you want the AI to interact with you throughout the process. Nice. And that, inshallah, is going to be for next week. We shall continue. And wish me luck. I think today was pretty exciting, especially like just trying to do the practical parts, because most of the lessons are things that we have heard, but maybe not all in one place. And it is actually very useful for someone who is just like getting into this, becoming a user of AI, because I think this is focused on users of AI and not developers. Maybe like obviously the ethics conversation is useful for everybody, and developers knowing maybe you are already fluent, maybe I mean, if I could choose I would say intermediate. I wouldn't even say advanced. Just like when you choose how you are in a language, that's how it feels. But yes, as a developer, it's good to understand what your users want. So I think it's absolutely useful for any person to take this course. But yeah, we are, I can say, halfway there. After 3 hours and 40 minutes, this is the longest stream I've ever done. Oh my god, this is weird. And yeah, my voice is fine because I haven't talked loudly. But yeah, I'm definitely going to rest later on. Thank you so much for being here. Like, honestly, just the fact that you stayed for that long. And I hope the topic was interesting, and I hope you had fun. And I hope you like come around for the next one, inshallah, maybe next week. I mean, I will reach out to them. I actually haven't, and the reason is that I did not find their public email. It's not like I didn't try, it's that I couldn't find their public email to ask them. Thank you so much, honestly, for sticking around. I really hope that this is a useful thing that we're doing together, and I'm not taking up you guys' time, because I personally don't mind like watching a 2-hour, 3-hour movie, but I feel like sometimes streams are different. So I hope that it's an exchange of information. And yeah, thank you, Silent Michael, for the mock-up of the website. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. Absolutely. So thank you. And we could work on it together if you want to, or you can just leave it. That's fine. Because I think you did a really good job. And thank you, Coffee, for giving me the ideas about the streaming status, because that's absolutely necessary. Maybe find a person on their team on Twitter and bother them. I can say it's not for a lack of trying. I might. I will try. You know what? I will try. Because I'm just like interested to be in a conversation with them. It's not even about being a sponsor. I feel like it would be fun for them to learn about experience of a user and all of that. But I'm sure they have a lot of people. So yes, thank you so much for Coffee, for Michael, and for Momo for staying with me for so long during this pretty long stream. I wish you a lovely rest of your day. Hopefully the weekend. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated about anything. Especially, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have updates regarding the post I applied for. Maybe sometime by the end of the week. Life is interesting. Sometimes like I plan for something for like months and months and months, and it doesn't happen, and then something just springs up that I did not expect. So I think life has been like that the past few weeks. Like I planned for something for so long and it's not gonna happen, and it's like a bit heartbreaking, but also other opportunities happen that I did not expect that is like giving me hope. So I'm not that heartbroken. I'm somewhat heartbroken. Because sometimes you're like, oh, all of this effort for nothing, but then you're like, yeah, but I learned from it. So what? Like, it did not come to fruition, but I learned a lot from it. So that's also useful. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go now. Okay. Again, I am super thankful. Let me know if you have any feedback. And inshallah, if you feel like it, see you next time. If not, that is absolutely fine. I wish you a lovely rest of your time. And here's me saying goodbye with a panda. I'm gonna go to the goodbye screen for a few minutes. We'll wait for updates about the website and Discord. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll put it on GitHub pages and then update it as we go through this. Have a lovely day, and thank you so much again, and goodbye.